right, let's see. ESL, ESL, ESL. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me just make sure the audio is going good. Let's see. Should be all set. And welcome to the ESL EPT Open. Oh, ChickenmanSC. Oh yeah, let's go. Chicken Man and I are gonna be doing the finals. Let's go. All right, I got Nightmare versus Bop. Welcome, welcome, Lyric. Nightmare versus Bop. Your boy Bop probably gonna get bopped. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Welcome, good to see you, Lyric, and Netmiss too. Oh shit, game set to Fallout 4. I was playing Fallout 4 last night. Bear with me here just a minute. And let me just get into position here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, Moondance. In the red, playing the Zerg from CG, it is Bop, our Zerg player. And his opponent in the bottom right, give it up for Nightmare in the purple. Representing Asia. Welcome, welcome. And Chicken Man and I are going to be doing the finals together. Looks like just a standard low-ground setup from Nightmare, but Bop with the cheeky gas trick. Already up to a 15 hatch. It looks, well, you know, he went to a 16 hatch on a... What? He's trying to. Nightmare's being annoying. So this was looking like cheeky, cheeky, squeaky, squeaky. But now our Zerg player is going to go pool first. So it's a 16 pool. Well. 16 pool, 16 gas. A little change of plans for Bop. Honestly, your boy Bop, Lyric, I've not seen. So this should be interesting. He's forced to take the backwards base. Which honestly... In any case, I don't really see an advantage unless you were cannon rushed to why that would be good. Nightmare, just playing a standard game. He's going core before Nexus, though. No Zealot. That's the only difference. Looking a little... PVT, sorry guys, I didn't eat. I had an appointment before this. Well, Hopefully this is corrected with the Starcraft 2. Sorry guys, first game, and again, I feel rude. But we were running a little behind. Oh, nice cheeky little fast third hatch from Bop. Bop doing another extractor trick. He's not built an Overlord since the Nixon administration. And he doesn't have link speed on the way. This is... Okay, now he does. I was going to say, this looks like a link flood, potentially. But it's definitely a little weird. Bop is definitely a cheeky Mr. Zerg. Okay, we have 4 more lings in production after the queen. So, definitely a strange build from our Zerg player. Yeah, he's pulled off gas all but one standard macro play, I guess. Yeah, it was just a little cheekier opener. It kind of normalizes, but I think he might be going for a link flood. Let's see. He does have some gas mining. Our Protoss player opening Stargate. Not surprising. We're all not. Clarity Gaming. Yeah, and yeah, just bear with me here. We'll get into our bearings. Just firing it up. I was running late. Usually I have like at least half an hour before I prep up. So it is what it is. And yeah. It is going to be the hero build, more than likely. At least we got a couple oracles coming out from Nightmare. We are all expecting it. It's what we see these days. Let's see how well Nightmare pulls it off, or is he just going to go for 2 oracles and then change it up? It is taking the quick... This is a perfect map to start the hero build. You get to 3 bases really quick at a very low-risk situation of having to cancel your 3rd. Okay, Bop actually kind of normalizing out a bit. Weird opener from Mr. Zerg. He's just droning up behind this. Does lose 2 workers, is going to lose a few lings to the adepts. Actually, all the lings are cleaned up. One of the adepts was severely damaged, but is not going to take it all. Decent overlord positioning, and one of the oracles did take some hull damage. That being said, it is going to be the Twilight Forge follow-up from Nightmare. All right, let's take a look at the queen count. We're only on 3 queens. See, opening cheeky like this always has its disadvantages. Spore is going to put the work on. Just taking out the shields on the first oracle. Oh, but a little bit of an overextension from Nightmare. Bop does almost kill the oracle, so he just saves it with 25 HP. Alrighty. Stalker getting a little bit of damage on Mr. Ogre Lord. In the south. Looks like he is going to be able to get a kill if he micros it, but there's a little bit more going on. The oracles, it is now 3. We got the blink, the +1 ground weapons from Protoss. Is 100% the hero build, and more gates getting dropped down. It is the Z blink +1 opener, and we should see another forge eventually. He's just going for fast +1. Well, not really fast +1, just well-timed +1. Alrighty. And again, if you guys hang out tonight, Chicken Man and I are going to be teaming up together, the dynamic duo, back at it for the finals. Oracle's going to try to find some damage. It's 3, though. 3 oracles is Kirkdown. And, well, that said, Nightmare almost loses the 3rd one. He has to be extra careful. Oh! 8 workers and keeps all 3 alive. That is pretty good, but they are pretty damaged. 4th base going on at 6 minutes for Mr. Nightmare. Actually in a fantastic position. He's got more workers than our Zerg. He has more bases than our Zerg. He is playing Zerg toss. It is a thing, folks. And with that said, Nightmare is going for a, well, Lambo build. He's got 1 Overlord between Ventral Sack Overlords. And it's going to be, okay, Roach Warren going down. That is a late Roach Warren for a build like this, I feel. Especially with what he's up against. However, there's a lot of lings. Stasis Ward does help the cause. Stalkers are going to be in a bit of jeopardy here. However, the Oracles are putting the work in. Collectively, the 3 Oracles and the Stalkers are going to be quite good against this. And that was a big investment on those Ventral Sack Overlords from Mr. Bop. All right, that being said, the army supply is still in favor of Bop, But the upgrade advantage is so good for Nightmare. Nightmare has this some static defense in his third base, so he's not dead even in some weird case. Nightmare kind of chilling on creep a bit, trying to get a bearing, but he's getting assaulted. I wouldn't hate a recall. Okay, is he going to push across the map? Is he just going to go counterattack? He does not expect this, I'm sure of it. There's no static in the natural, though, and that could be a problem. That's a lot of Zerglings, and the Queens dropping in is going to be a little rough. Is there a recall available? And yes, there is. I would love to see a recall, but we're not going to. He's going to go pressure behind us. Okay, he does ultimately get the recall and a nice warp in of Stalkers. +2 is on the way, but it could be denied. Oracles are quite battered, so they're not going to be able to help the cause against the Queens, of course, because there's no batteries. That Cyber Core is in jeopardy. He's been focusing on Stalkers. That said, he is going to be able to build charge lots now, and oh my god, what a fight. Bop is giving it all he's got, but he's about to get bopped. It looks like Nightmare is still going to be able to produce Stalkers, and he's going to clean this the hell up. Oh, 3 Queens down in an instant, and that looks like this is his game. GG. Bop has been bopped, as Lyric has said. And welcome, everybody. We are just getting started up. We forgot I was playing Fallout at early morning hours because I couldn't sleep. Imagine Dave playing another game. It has happened. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here for game number 2. And let's make sure I'm live on TeamLiquid.net. We are live. And if you guys want to check out the bracket, here is what we got today. We got ourselves a little bit of Starcraft. Casting tonight is Chickenman, Steadfast, and myself, thus far with Rocklets in Portuguese. Alrighty. Here we have it, folks. Moving on to game number 2, and this time we are going to change it up a little bit, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out. The map with the cheeky location in the southwest. It is our purple Protoss Nightmare. And his opponent in the bottom left representing CG, it is Bop in the red. What up, Clumpy Eggnog? What up? I accidentally had my title set to Fallout 4 because our game category. Welcome, buddy. Alrighty. Anyway, that being said, it's going to be a Pylon Scout because last game was a little cheeky. Actually, it's a little earlier than a Pylon Scout. He's going for a block. And it looks like Bop is opening pretty standard this time. He's not being that cheeky. And honestly, with a standard opening to how he played, I think that would have been a little stronger. It was still a decent push, but ultimately, the cheekiness kind of worked against him, I feel. Could have been a little bit better. Bop loves that build. Honestly, Lyric, it is a good build, but I think his canceling his extractors and stuff in the play, as we see it, is actually less efficient, and he screwed up his timings. But it can be good. I agree. What team is CG, by the way? I don't believe I've ever seen Bop. I've seen the team. Maybe I have. Maybe I played against them before in the past. I don't know. Alright, it's going to be a little bit of a harass on the probe. Probe's taking a lot of damage, but did a good job on a bit of a delay from Nightmare. Everything looking standard for a Protoss player. He's just getting his 21st probe. Gonna take his gas, get to 22, take a pylon, etc., etc. The perfect macro opener for Mr. Protoss. Bop's pool's just gonna finish. Let's take a look and see what our cheeky Zorg player is going to do. Mr. Zorgy Zorg going to take a third base. Skipping a little bit here. Oh, he's got 2 queens and 2 links, so he's going. He's trying to get in position, hoping to grab it and just have enough before the probe can go harass the third, which is even more annoying in many Zerg's opinion. Myself, even when I'm playing Zerg. Dan, you're natural. Beep Bop. Actually, I have a friend named Beep, who used to be a former student of mine, who very rarely comes into my Twitch chat. Okay, the fire. Listen to that fire, the nice burning pile of debris in the almost middle of the map. Adept is going to return back home after the scout. Second coming, and it is going to be another Stargate opener. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think we're going to see more of the same. Just a tight, hero-esque build. The meta is evolving a bit here and there, and everybody has their flair, but we saw a fast single forge in the previous game. Alright, Adept's going to push out, try to see if he can find any information, and this time it is going to be a quicker Evo chamber. Fascinating from Bop. It's likely to be +1 melee, which I don't hate if he's going into Ling Bling Roach Ravager. So we got a little bit more standard comp potentially from our Zerg player. Oracle number 1 going out to posture at the third, hoping to catch some droney drones. First drone's popped, and the second should and be right in range. 2 free drone. Oh no, a larva. Ooh, but one is gonna force a can. Nah, that's actually money right there. The Oracle gets the kill. Oh my god, that's 161 lost resources and all the production on the third. MVP Oracle. However, there are 6 lings pushing in, which aren't going to be able to do anything. There's a defensive Oracle, an Adept, hell, even a probe to fight behind this. First Oracle retreating back for more defense. These lings could be cleaned up if Nightmare chooses to, but he's like, you know what, we're getting enough damage done. What a hell of a start. An old team from HOTS, I gotcha. A blast from the past, Lyric. And we got another Overlord, so that's a stiff supply block for Bop. Already off on his back foot. We are going to see Spores going down into, well, in the third base to finish up the job. So Smartly does have 3. Let's see how this goes, because Protoss is just finishing his early third base yet again, and with that, the Forge finishing up. This time, he is going into Robo. All right, he's got a Templar Archives. He's going charge. Interesting. It's going to be Immortal Archon charge a lot, maybe? Are we going back to the OG builds? Ooh, another Overlord going down for Bop. So far, Nightmare has lost absolutely nothing, but got some high value in all of his trades. All right, that said, Oracle's gonna start taking some damage here. Nightmare, certainly the favored player, but is gonna be in a little bit of trouble potentially with this Oracle overextending, but still, I think they've gotten their value. Oh man, he's even gonna be able to scout the 4th base going down on location, like right where it's at. Okay, I do like this. He's going with a War Prism push. All right, here we go. Let's heckin' go. He has 4 more gates coming, 2 about to complete. So in total, he is looking at 8 gates. No, yeah, he's going for an 8 gateway War Prism push. No, Ling counterattack being attempted. It is melee +1, but the timing of this push from our Protoss player is going to be huge. It's going to be Archon drop with a charge lot follow-up, and God knows what else from there. Oh, but these Lings get right into Stalker. Wasn't walled properly. Shield batteries going down. Archons and charge lots leading the push on the third base. And it's the layer. Why did he take his layer on his third base location? Tons of probes going down, but the Oracles are going to be able to hold this off for a while. The Zealots and the Archons putting in the work. And again, that's a layer. But damn. Our Zerg player actually getting some pressure, and Nightmare multitasking decently well considering what happened with the Ling run by. he has a couple of depths out. Would like to see him shading them. Okay, he lost one to the Queens. Archon's coming back in. War Prism has to stay alive, so it's going to be repositioned to the high ground. But that's a lot of Archons. 4 Archons with Charge Lot still running in the natural. 22 workers going on. And GG, well played, is called a Nightmare. Cleans house. Ah, you were player manager for Ben. That's how you knew Bop Lyric. Nice, nice. Very good stuff. And that was our first series of the evening. How's everybody doing? All right, so we have some results in already. Dark had a walkover, mechanics, some score reporting weirdness. Oh, maybe a walkover again. Dark versus mechanics. Raza has beat Bromaria. Nightmare's beaten Bropt. Holy Squid versus Endeavor is ongoing, which we would have on there. Neuro's beaten Silva. Juggernaut Jason versus Memorex. Gumi-Hose 2-0 Janitho. Dika. Solar got a walkover. It's Solar versus Kozan. Golden versus Warlord. Rob versus Trigger. Maples bested his opponent. We have some Crowley Name versus Cyril. Probius Corp versus Crown is going on to fight Nice, who got a walkover. Beyond got a walkover. Poriforion versus Dro. Oh boy, 2 of my friends from Z-Scene. Dro is the favored player there, I believe. Eric Fire versus Eggnog. Disrespect versus Firefly. Sue versus Lortikis. Sylved versus Nero. Okay, that was resulted. Master versus Cure. Max Pax 2-0 to his opponent. Mixu versus the Zerg Lord are going on. Rebellion and Apple Juice. Big T versus Geralt. Biowaste versus Saffron. Magneth versus Nita. Meower Doom versus Naji. Oh, Neeb got a walkover, so Neeb's playing tonight. We have Neeb tonight. That is quite cool. All right. Okay, we're going to do Mixu versus the Zerg Lord. And it is game number 2 in the series. All right, here we are into game number 2, which we're catching at, and spawning in the upper right-hand corner of DaveTestaSC, representing Kova Esports. In the blue, it is Mixu, our European Zerg. And representing Team Super in the bottom left, give it up for the Zerg Lord in the red, who is up a point. And I was DM'd the link in from my man Mixu. I want to catch it. Absolutely phenomenal Zerg player. Let's see what we got going on here. We got a little ZVZ. It's been a minute since I've had a ZVZ to cast, it feels like. So let's see what happens. Both opening a hatch first. It's a 16 hatch from both, so it looks like we got a macro opener At least, but it's ZVZ, so let's see what the builds are. We got ourselves a little Zerg versus Zerg here. Little Zergling rodeo, you know what I'm saying? I love this map. We got the little fishes dancing around as the overlords majestically fart their way across the map with their inflated whatever the heck floaty glands. Yep, it is nothing cheeky from either player. And how are you all doing today, chat? Tell your friends. We got myself, we got Chicken Man, we got Steadfast, Cast going for English, and we do have Rocklets, and I believe the Portuguese cast. We're getting in caster mode. I'm gonna sneak some food here between. Yep, the majestic Overlord pathing. Both poking in to check the natural and go away to safety. Oh, Mixu's actually microing his... he's being a little less safe with it for the moment, but probably hopefully get back to that. Don't want to lose it to a queen. Early on, that's just pretty much ogre. But we have 100% certainty of some crazy games all evening. And yeah, metabolic boost is out of the way for both players. Mixu going for his third, and the same for Zerg Lord, rather. Both players doing the same. And yeah, we're just droning it up here. Okay, the first two lings going over for Mixu. And he's gonna take a good fight. That was, well, it was a decent fight. He's just being annoying, chiseling away, micro on the lings. Did take damage on both lings though. Oh no, he's gonna throw one away. Has to be careful. That said, it's gonna be a Baneling Nest follow-up for Mixu, and he's gonna start his wall. 6 lings for the Zerg Lord. He's gonna be a little more aggressive. Actually, he's gonna be very aggressive. 16 lings. Looks like we're going for a very committed speedling push. Baneling Nest following up behind. Oh no, it's a Roach Warren behind it. Zerg Lord going for a cheeky Roach play. However, the Baneling Nest is going to finish, and we could have some defensive Banes out. Would like to see this getting scouted. Okay, one ling is... Oh no. The Scouterling's out of position for Mixu. Mixu does have a good amount of lings of his own. Okay, we're going to start seeing some defensive Banes being morphed. That said, the Roach Warren's about to be completed. And it is probably going to be an interesting little bit of aggro here for a bit. The Ling Bling dance. Okay, we do have some Banes out. However, they're out of position. Okay. They are going to scare the bejesus out of those clumped up lings over here. And even more in defense. However, there's 4 roaches being made by our red Zerg player. One ling does make his way in. Evo chambers down for Mr. Mixu. Okay, Mixu scouts the roaches. Does he drop a Roach Warren of his own? No, he's getting a Spine. He's getting ranged attacks, but he doesn't have a Roach Warren, funnily enough. No Roach Warren just yet. More Banes. And it's just a few roaches. I think they're just defensive right now. Actually, let's take a look at how many roaches we're at in total. It is 9 roaches. Okay, that's going to be enough for a push. And Banelings don't do a hill of beans against roaches. But Banes are going to... Actually, they helped out a bit. But we are going to lose a couple queens potentially right here as this surround is starting to happen. Ooh, the RNG actually working in favor of Mixu for a minute. And these roaches are getting damage enough where, funnily enough, the Baneling's actually going to help soften them up. Oh no, another queen falls. Beautiful defense attempt considering ranged attacks is going down for the guy with no Roach Warren. And this is a desperate attempt for a hold against an all-in from Mixu, who made this fall. It is not looking good for Mixu. His army supply just can't keep enough up, and again, it's roaches. He researched the wrong thing. If it was +1 melee, considering he has no Roach Warren, I wouldn't be hating it. But yeah, behind this, he's not been able to get one. It's +1 melee, Mixu. The only thing that's going to be affected are the queens. Ling going into scout. I think a mistake was made, or he just was not at the time for his build. That being said, the drone count way in favor of Mixu. If he can take down this third, he's got a fighting chance and then some. There's no more roaches being made from our red Zerg player. Okay, we're gonna have defensive Banes, for the moment anyway. Now, that's a lot of Banelings though, and yeah, okay, one is gonna be traded for 2 Lings, which is an excellent trade. However, the Baneling's gonna try to go in for the workers, but we do have a defensive Bane going in against this. Oh no, the Ling run by, and the Banes are gonna make it into the natural. Oh, not like this. One more Baneling gonna find its way in. Oof, 2 workers killed, several damaged, and the remnants of the red Zerglings are gonna fall. It's just non-stop aggression from the Zerg Lord. Oh my, yeah, this is a scrappy ZVZ, but some pretty decent micro and Mixu's ahead on economy. Again, he needs to get a Roach Warren down. Why not? He's got +1. There's no, there was actually no layer. But he has +1 ranged attack against, it's just frustrating to see. I think mistakes were made, and oh, speaking of mistakes, the Banelings bust the wrong way. Mixu's trying to regroup, still with a worker lead. But that said, I don't understand this. I don't think it's a mistake, but I would like to see that tech up. Okay, he's trying to get another gas. And these damaged drones are going to have to be transferred into harm's way. Oh, nope. He's just microing him. Brilliant hold from Mixu, but I just don't see it. Okay, I do see it now. We do see an advantage from Mixu. He kills the 3rd base. That's going to cut into our red Zerg's production now. But there's still a lot of Banelings. Okay, a couple coins come down. It's pretty nice. Get some decent drone splits. And the Banelings are going to... yeah. What a scrappy game. 8 drones and counting falling, but there's a counter insurgent of Lings for Mixu. He still leads by 4 drones, but he has a base. He has to hold this. He has to defend this, and there's Banes coming from our red Zerg. He has so many Lings, though. The army supply is looking pretty heavily in his favor, but 1 bit of missed micro either way can really equalize this game. Banes, question mark? Okay. Yeah, realistically, the Queen battle is in favor of Mixu as well, but Mixu needs to get a Roach Warren. He's still ahead. He's still damn ahead. He has another gas. Behind, there's been no macro from our red Zerg player. He's going to get another hatch just from more production. He's just going to continue the onslaught. I'd like to see Mixu wall up, make a Roach Warren, get Carapace, get a layer. But just a damn Roach Warren. I don't think he realizes he has ranged attacks. Like, seriously, it's the one upgrade that did absolutely nothing. He would just win the fight with the melee or Carapace. Hey, how you doing, Sibajan? Ooh, nice little Bane connect there. And the 3rd is going to be scouted from Mixu. He is trying to play it a bit safe. The Banes are not going to trade out well. Wait, a Roach Warren wall. That's funny. Actually, I wouldn't have hated if he just kept pushing forward with the Baneling. He could have jebaited. But the Ling run by at the top. Is Mixu throwing? I feel like Mixu's throwing a little bit. He's going to pump out a group of 20 Lings. Can clump up the wall. Oh, no, he doesn't get it. He could have clumped up the wall right there. He's going to resaturate his main. 3rd base is under contest over here. There's going to be some Banelings being made, I'm assuming, or he's just hiding the Lings for now. Scrappy game. Okay, Zerg Lord's going into a layer. He has taken double gas and is going to have another Roach Warren. He built it as a wall, but I think that was a bit of a mistake. I mean, the Roach Warren does have a little more health, but he could have just built another Evo. Unless he's going into Burrow and Glial Reconstitution at the same time, which is question mark. Okay, Roach Warren finally going down for Mixu. He is going for Carapace, so he's going to have an upgrade advantage. 100%. So now we're finally at that stage for Mixu. He is going to try to saturate. He's getting no roaches just yet because obviously he's going to go for a drone cycle, but the roaches are starting to get printed from Zerglord. If Mixu can find any kind of value and just keep his opponent on the other side of the map, he can roach print and be in a pretty good spot, honestly. Overlord's catching all this. There's no layer for... Okay, Mixu is just now getting a layer. Gotta love to see it. And there is a decent... Oh, funnily enough, a couple lings go down to drones. And this army is totally scouted, but Mixu has to be careful and back off. Yeah, this is very well defended by the Zerglord. But Mixu ahead on the economic game. Zerglord is catching up a bit. He is going for ranged attacks and Glial Reconstitution. Mixu is not going to have roach speed faster. He's going to be able to defend well for a minute, but like now the game's... If Mixu had only just gotten a Roach Warren before or started Carapace, the game state would be so different. Even in that Ling Bling battle, it's hard to do. He had to really invest a lot, but I think he could have saved... He could have potentially saved the third or gotten some great counter damage done. Pushed him ahead a little bit more. Let's take a look at the army size. Certainly in favor of Mixu. Oh, it's going to be in favor of Mixu. But it's mostly Ling Bling. Income advantage starting to tip for the Zerglord. But that being said, Mixu does have 3 base saturate. They both do. Oh no, Overseer is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be able to escape. Mr. Queen, or Miss Queen. Brenda on the left side of the south base. 4th hatch going down for both players at about the same time. Actually, Mixu is going to finish a little faster. Okay, so it is going to be burrowed roaches for the Zerglord, as I had foreseen. And Mixu does have an Overseer, but would like to see some more. He's going to have roach speed eventually going into +2 ranged attacks. So his upgrades are going to be what help him in the long run, as long as he gets detection. Like, fortunately, he has a layer, but the Overseer over here isn't going to scout this. I do believe he got scouted the double Roach Warren and the research. He does know his opponent has roach speed, so Glial Reconstitution already complete for the Zerglord, who has a bigger army. But Mixu's starting to do the roach printer. Which is pretty nice, and he canceled the 4th base, which is even nicer. So if he just goes at, okay, he's at 60 workers, he's going to be able to pump out more versus less, pretty obviously, and is starting to get his first Rav. But now that Glial Reconstitution's done, it's a +1 Carapace advantage and high ground. So he just needs to get a good defense and take smarter fights, and he has it. Even though the Zerglord has a slight army supply lead, I believe some of it is tied up back home. Oh, that's a way better fight for the Zerglord for the moment. The Concave was in his favor, and some nice piles landed on Mixu, getting a little clumped up into those piles. It is a heavy Rav army. Queens are getting pulled. Can Mixu lead it? Yeah, he's leading the supply battle. Those upgrades are definitely showing their face, and he's about to have +2 earlier, so this is going to be very good for Mixu. And you know what? He's building another Overseer. He knows what's up. Ventral Sack Overlords being made as well. So is he going to bring Queens into the fight? Okay, another 4th base is being attempted from the Zerglord. This is definitely a scrap fest. We can definitely see which one's the NA player, and it's certainly not Mixu. Or playing more NA, I should say. Oh my god. Too funny. Oop, we have some whiffs on here. GG is called, and Mixu advances to not be eliminated anyway. We're going to be on to a game 3. The score is 1-1. And it's Z. We got our boy Bums playing Kira on Chicken Man stream. And who is Steadfast covering? Trigger and Golden. Man, it's been a while since I've had... It's so exciting to see Chicken Man getting some coverage. Alrighty. Moving on to game number 3. And it looks like Beowulf has joined. And here we are. Moving on to the decider of who advances in the bracket. All right, on match point, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice. Give it up for Kova Esports, Mixu in the blue. And his red Zerg opponent representing Team Super. Give it up for the Zerg Lord in the red, which I'd already mentioned. All right, anyway, see what you got for us here. Chat, what's going on tonight? We got a 2-minute delay, but how's everybody doing? All right, looks like it's going to be a 16 hatch from Mixu and the same from Zerglord. Curious to see how this game plays out and what both these guys are up to. Alrighty. Yeah, just a standard macro opener for both, as it would appear. The 17 pool. All right. Anyway. Not much to talk about here, folks. For a minute. It's CVZ. Curious to see if we're going to have extra aggression from the Zerg Lord again. Mixu almost threw it a couple times, but his defense game was very good. And ultimately, he proved Mr. Casterman wrong. But I do think he would have had an easier time with a Carapace upgrade. Did end up in a leading position, but it was definitely a little weird circumstances. Okay. Zerglord going for a pretty standard time third. But I think Mixu's gonna play it a little safer. Will Mount rush it? No, yeah, he's a little late behind in it, but he's all right. Okay, he's got a little bit of 4-ling aggro, so he's gonna put some damage on this hatchery for sure. Ooh, Queen's gonna march his way down, and it is gonna be scouted. I like how he's microing the Overlord even. Look at this micro into the last second. He is putting the hurting on this hatchery, but is he gonna micro the lings away? Ooh, yep, wants to back off. It's certainly gonna leave some pseudo-permanent damage. It takes hatcheries a while to heal up. But the, okay. Overlord is gonna escape for now. And yeah. More drones, lings, Baneling, that's gonna finish first for Mixu this time. Is going to have the Evo chamber faster too, but they're both open and pretty similar. Walling off this time. Versus a game called Drinkium today. Nice. That sounds good, Sibajan. Animal Crossing / Minecraft clone. Animal Crossing and Minecraft, that's an interesting combo. Ooh, Bane's going to trade out relatively well, but it's again a question mark. Ooh, that one not so much. And the other going right into a queen. Not ideal for Mixu as of the moment. Okay, Mixu is going to drone up a little harder. Zerglord again with a higher supply army. But, ooh, the queen's out of position for the wall. And will it? Yeah, drone's not going to be able to get the Roach Warren. They're going to get cleaned up. Okay, now we're going to attempt to get the Roach Warren up. Yeah, we do. So, queens can wall up. Banelings are going to try to be saved for a bit of defense. Yeah, there's no Banes of Zerglord. Ooh, these queens kind of walked a little off creep, ventured out. I don't know how much I like that. Bane splitting, Ling splitting. Yeah, these Lings aren't going to find any damage here. Just a good scout for the Zerglord. Bada bing, bada boom. I think we're going to see a little bit of boom here with the Banes. Alright. Okay, that was a decent defensive Bane from the Zerglord. Oh, there's one defensive Bane in the middle line of the third base for... Okay. Oh, well, interesting trades, but 4 drones fall for the Zerglord. Zerglord going into a Roach Warren of his own with Carapace first. So it's going to be Carapace that is going to finish a little behind the +1 for Mixu on ranged attacks. Who goes double evil? That's the question. That is the question. Okay, we're gonna see some more Banes. And it is just gonna be a little bit of a skirmish here and there for now. Okay, layer going down for Zerglord a little later than Mixu. Good old mirror matchups, folks. We're in for a wild ride. It's going to be a double evo from Mixu, who also has a layer a little quicker. So he's teched up more army supply in favor of the Zerglord, who's now going into ranged attacks. Mixu waiting on his upgrades. Would like to see him get Carapace. Oh, but the Lings have gotten in, and his army is out of position. It's mostly... Wait, no, he's not even going to attack it. Oh, no. He loses a queen. He's fighting with drones. 7 drones fell, so... not looking the greatest for Mixu. His army's out of position because he all armied over here. Ew. At least he's canceling those spine crawlers. That is not a great fight for Mixu, though he does have the +1 versus the +1 Carapace. Transfused, attempting to go down. Roach is starting to pop, though. He holds, and he is a little behind on workers now. That being said, yeah, he's losing those workers means he's off gas saturation, so he can't get the upgrades, the Carapace, as well as, well, Glial Reconstitution. He's going to be behind on road speed now, too, so it's looking a little more grim for Mixu this game, to say the least. 4th base going down for the Zerglord, which I don't foresee Mixu being able to really do much about it. He is getting Glial Reconstitution just now, so he's catching up a little, but would like to see him get that Carapace upgrade out of the other Evo as soon as he can, which he can at the moment. He's roach printing. Oh no, he's getting a Spire. Okay, he's going into Spire tech behind this. So he wants to go find some value with mutas behind this, eventually. If he cleans up Overlords, okay, the Overseer's gonna be a bit of a problem, and Overlord speed is a good investment in ZVZ for this situation, but Muta's still pretty good at sniping down all the Overlords on the map and maybe going in and finding some value on mineral lines. Ooh, Overseer almost dead. So he has to be a little careful. That Mixu gonna be behind on the 4th base game, but is getting one of his own. That Overseer's gonna probably drop a Changeling here, but is in vision. A little roach push on the other side, and Ventral Sack Overlords from the Zerglord. He's gonna go for a roach drop potentially into the main base, and there's nothing in terms of defense. Absolutely nothing for the moment. Burrow being researched. Again, it's a burrowed roach maneuver. Yeah, this might be GG. Mutas are going to take quite a while to come down, and the Roach army is just too strong. He needs to cancel that hatch right now. Oh, at the knife's edge, he just cancels it just in time. And we do have, well, we have the Roach upgrade, but not the Roach movement with Burrow, but he's not going to have the Roaches. Okay, Mutas can go uncontested in the fight, but they obviously don't do a lot of damage to the Roaches. However, with Roaches and upgrades, they can help out. Boys being pulled a little daringly. This is a little bit weird. Obviously, there's more versus less in terms of Roaches for the Zerg Lord by a lot. Mutas are desperately going to try to chisel away at the red barred ones. Now they're just going to try to hit anything. This looks like the Zerg Lord just took it. He's doing an assault with the Vetrosec Overlords in the main, and there's no A move from these Lings. Third hatch going to fall, and this looks like this could just be GG. Muta's desperately trying to do some work. Fourth base trying to get up, but there's so many workers lost. And man, Hatchery's desperately trying to go. Ooh, there was, yeah, it was just the one hatch, so there was a cancel yet again. The Brood Roaches, oh no! The humanity. He's trying to base trade, but he doesn't see what's here. These are going to go to both mineral lines, and that is very unlucky. There's actually another one here. Muta's going to try to find some... Oh my god! This actually could be interesting though, but he does need to be able to deal with these Brood Roaches. However, these Overlords were good pickings. Hydra's just finished, and they're upgraded, so these Mutas are just bareback Mutas. God, this is very unlucky for Mixu. He looks Omega dead, but he's trying to buy time on Copium. And even a Brood Roach right over here. Yeah, no Overseer. GG. Oh, poor Mixu. The Zerg Lord takes it. And there you have it. Hydrate more like... I need to blow my nose. Oh, Sue forfeited. Oh my god, Juggernaut Jason's fighting Gumiho. Sue has forfeited. Kira's still in it. Golden and Trigger going on. Okay, Bale's going max packs. Peg Raza game 2. I'm getting Pig and Raza. Game number 2 of Pig Raza. ZVT. Zerg Queen. Zerg rivalry, exactly. That was actually very unfortunate for Mixu. He was playing a little more efficiently. And here we are spawning in the upper right-hand corner. Mr. Streamer Caster. Aussie man with the bacon. If you got any, spam it. It's Pig in the purple. And his Terran opponent, give it up for our red player, Mr. Raza. Red Raza, not to be confused with Red Reza. And as we start out, no proxy racks. Pig opening pretty standard. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna put it on a camera. I have to grab something real quick.
Additional supply depots required.
We're gonna put it on player cam for just a momento. Alright, and I have returned. Alright, looks like we got a bit of a standard Reaper fast expand going on. Back at you. Against a pretty macro opener from Mr. Piggy Pig. The Baconator. Hey, thanks for the raid, Mr. Dro. Hope you had some good games here in ESL EPT. I was hoping to catch you in Poriforion. What up, Saffron? How are you making out in the bracket? The Saffronator, what are you up to? Welcome, welcome. And we do have what appears to be a 1-1-1 from Mr. Raza. How you doing? Sorry, I had to go away for a momento. Just with some stuff going on. Saffron, what are you up to tonight? Hey, how you doing, the Big Maple? How you doing, Colin? And, yeah. Pig is textbook here. Let's see what we got from Mr. Terran, though. Obviously, he's going into Hellions. He's going for a fast 3cc build. Let's see what he's got for us. Is it fast 3cc into Cloak Banshee? No, he's going into 2-1-1 with a 3cc. Fascinating. Hey, thank you for the follow up, Big Maple. All right, guys. Alrighty, let's see where we're at. Pig leading on the droning up. Worker lead for Mr. Pigman. Is going to be a tech lab, so we're going into... No, it wasn't 2-1-1. It was just a CC. What the hell? I swore he built another barracks. Did he cancel it? Okay, so I'm guessing Raza canceled? Or am I just hallucinating? Okay, so it's going to be a Cloak Banshee follow-up. More than likely. Yep, there we go. It's a Cloak Banshee Hellion push. Very standard TVZ build. And I appreciate the follow. If you're new here... Smash that follow button. Welcome, Big Maple and Colin MJ. And Saffron, what are you up to tonight? We have my co-caster sometimes, Mr. Saffron. You guys definitely check him out. Does some casting. Grandmaster Protoss player from the land down under. Okay, a couple Marines are going to clean up the Overlord Scout, but will he get the read on the tech lab? Let's see. Pig does not see the starport. He does see the 3rd CC, but Pig is a pretty wise and experienced player. He may know just what this is. Okay, we got 3 queens defending. The 3rd marching a little off creep, but are going to find their way back after dropping a few tumors. And he has some good defense all around. He actually for the Hellions. Do we have the blind spores behind it? Let's take a look at the bases. No, there's no spore crawlers just yet. And Cloak is on the way. That being said, there's good overlord. Pig with the good overlord placement, all in all. He's not venturing too far away from creep, but he's trying to check out for drops or any kind of air assaults. In this case, Cloak Banshees and second Banshee on the way. So I kind of like this because by the time they go, both will have a decent amount of energy. And fortunately for him, Pig has his queens out to the sides and does not have a single spore crawler down in any base. They're on not a bases. Thanks again, Dro, by the way. All right, double evil follow-up from Pig. That said, I do like the lair first. Definitely safer from Pig, and a beautifully timed fourth base at the 11 o'clock position base. I'll call it 11 o'clock, but whatever. So what should Pig do here? Mutas? Not necessarily, because it's going to be a 3-1-1 push follow-up. You don't really need mutas. Pig actually should have had spores up. I'm surprised he didn't. In that case, Astro Fool. Personally, I think he would have been fine with just some spores. He's got his double evo for Ling Bane. I would think Ling Bane Muta could be okay. But I'd like to see him go Ling Bane Hydra Lurker. Hey, thank you for the follow, Clarity Live. In my opinion, Pig is the better player. I'm just Casterman Scrub Diamond League Dave. Mr. Never Masters, but I've beaten up my fair share of Grandmasters. I'm the most inconsistent StarCraft player in the history of StarCraft. That's what our jig is here. Alrighty. Banshee's putting the work in some more. Overseer's out, so the Cloak's only going to help so much. So these Banshees still have a little bit of value, but not too much at this point. Pig's going to end up not even dropping spores still, so he's not worried about it. He's got a good queen count. The creep spread's looking beautiful from the Pigman. And that being said, we're going to have a little drop going into Z Northwest. I've met BioAce. Cool dude. Yeah, BioAce is... I have not met BioAce. He is on my team, though. I am on his team. BioAce is good peeps and a very good Zerg player. Welcome, Clarity Live. And thank you for the follow. Hey, Saffron, you wanted to do some casting? I believe Chicken Man and I are going to get together for the finals, but didn't know what you were up to today. And Flapjack's been really busy. So, just seeing what you're up to. Well, you used to admin for these a long time ago, no doubt. Icegar been holding down the fort. Anyway, medevacs being deflected on the western location. And we do have a pretty decent push coming in with a Hellbat tank push. Not a lot of bio, but those two Banshees now going to have a little more value. Baneling's not quite done for Pig. He has to buy time, but I think he might sack the base. And on this map, it's kind of hard just to take a base. He'd have to take that 9 o'clock position base, which isn't much to write home about. That said, Queen's not getting debated too far out into the tank fire at least. But Pig had to sack his third. Yeah. Ooh, bear with me. We have a little bit of latency. Welcome, Raven, cute demon. All right. And, well, we do have lurkers. So, I was asked, was it Clarity? Who was it? This is the response I like to see from Pig. Hydra Lurker. Lingbane Hydra Lurker, I think, is a little better overall these days than Mutas in most cases against Bio. It is just some Hellbats. It's not really a mech push Marine tank opener. It's pretty heavily Marine tank. So Lurkers can be pretty good. Tanks are still decent against Lurkers, but they're not ghosts. So I do think Lingbane Hydra Lurker is a smart play from Mr. Pig. And he is actually going to have a hive behind this. A little quicker hive. I don't really hate it because he's going to be able to get seismic spines and adaptive talons for his lurkers. So that is lurker range and the tunneling speed upgrade. And some hydras to help with the medevacs is going to be pretty nice. And maybe even deal with these pesky banshees Wait, why is he backing completely off? Pig could have taken that. All right, he's gonna use a Baneling. He could have killed that bio with the Lings, actually, the Ling Hydra, and not lost anything. All right, this postured defense from Raza on the southeast is pretty good. But Pig, yeah, because Pig really can't take this expand too easily. It's right in Terran territory. That being said, there's a big push being attempted from Pig. He's extending the creep out a little bit toward the center. And these changelings, he's not doing much with them. Okay, Raza's pulling back a little bit from the east. So I don't know if he should just give up this position or what. Pig gonna scout the push out and pick off a few reinforcements. He should know what's going on here. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Kilgur. A bunch of true players in Cheesadelphia. Ah, Cheesadelphia, where my man Starkiller won it. The bringer of Cheesadelphia. Oof. God damn, we have a little bit of counter damage from Pig, but Raza's going to be in a decent position here. If he relocates his tanks, he's trying not to go away from the lurker. It's the Chad token lurker, but beautiful damage from Pig. Pig is just jumping on top of this with the Lingbane run by and picking off a tank. He has some lurkers fighting against all these supply depots, but Terran is going to push right into the net. Taking a lot out. Can he deny these upgrades? If he denies the tech and the upgrades, actually, he's going to do a lot of work. There's not a lot back home. Pig is entrenching in, getting a lot of value, killing some of the production. Liberators are out. Tanks still coming, though. A barracks going down. It is a base trade. The spawning pool is going to live. He should target for the spawning pool. If he denied adrenal glands. Oh, he's going for adaptive talons. That was huge. He gets the hive. But he's missing it. Oh my goodness. Adrenal glands would be honestly equally big of a push. There's no detection. Oh, if only he needs to target the Hydra Den. Why aren't you hitting that? The Banshees could kill it. He's not paying attention because he's worried about this. But Pig really can't push the issue. The Banshees are targeting it. Oh my god, is this Hydra Den gonna die anyway? Oh my god, this is nuts. Pig camping here with lurkers. What is this game? I feel like both players making questionable moves, but Pig kind of threw a little bit. He overextended. He got some great damage, but Terran ultimately usually the better base trader just by virtue of the race. And well, the Overseer finally makes its way over. So that's going to be the death of these Banshees that have just, well, nothing else drained energy. But goddamn, that was a beautiful push from Raza. Problem is he didn't deny adrenal glands, but still killing the lurker den, killing the hive, and denying adaptive talons for lurkers is huge. 6 lurkers in production. They do have seismic spines, so that is pretty good. And some drones are going to fall behind this, and eventually possibly some eggs. But I doubt that's the case because there's some hydras coming. Oh, this is actually all lurkers. Viper going to pull this with the last remaining hydras. Oh no, that Liberator is not going to go down for now. Raza is behind in workers, but these Vipers going ham. Yeah, a little bit of an overextension with these medevacs from Raza. Raza had an army supply, but wants to kill this hatch. However, he has to be careful not to die to these lurkers. He doesn't have much to deal with them. He just has a couple tanks, and the Vipers are going to surely make short work of it unless they all go down. The Vipers are like the scariest part. Like, lurkers be damned without the Vipers against tanks is all I'm going to say. In a good position. And that said, lurker on the... it's just out of range. It does have seismic spines. Like I'm saying... Oh, this one too! Raza's not lifting it! No! Don't build the SCV! I think there's just enough going on, and Raza's a little demoralized. He's going to lose this orbital! He's not paying attention! Raza throwing away an orbital and 23 workers behind. He has 7 workers. Pig down to 33. 39. Okay, he's getting some more for some reason. Yeah, a little bit of a scrap fest here from both players. Would like to see a game number 3, though, just from how scrappy this was. My dear Lord. Jesus Christ, it's Jesus Christ. And welcome new people. Got a few new friendos and followers in the Dave stream. But my God, Raza's pushing the issue. The only thing he really has to contend against the lurker part aspect of this is Marauders. Oh, he does have a tank and one of the medevacs. Cheeky play. from our Terran player, but there's enough lurkers. Again, a lurker pushing the SU over here. Raza did throw that base before. Wait. No, he's not healing it. He's not. Oh, dear Lord. He didn't repair the orbital command center. What a throw. And this one's going to go down. Raza, not like this. He was doing so well. So damn well. Oh, the humanity of Terran. And these are some really red-barred medevacs against a bunch of Hydras. And not a whole lot of army. They do have a lot of energy, but not health. So if they're target fired by Pig, that's a miss. Yeah, there's not much for army. Raza down to 3 workers, about to lose this base. And yeah. Mule's in a dream, baby, but he needs... Oh, man. Yeah, Pig just took him down to Kirktown. That's just it, folks. And sadly, my artwork's not on my ESL stream when you see this 2 minutes in the future.
Where'd you learn this build from?
Princeton University.
No, no, no! Oh, I've been A-moved again.
Imagine Zerg. Imagine Terran.
So the Dave artwork is not on my ESL scene. Sadly. Let me check the messages. Saffron, what's up? And Pig advances. Fuck me, I just clicked the wrong thing. Pig versus Dark. Pig versus Dark. That was a scrappy game. For sure. For sure. We had a lot of bacon in store, so bear with us while we wait for the vetoes. You got all on cast into today? Okay. No worries, Saffron. No worries at all. Yeah, we got a lot of clan wars and stuff going on. Etc., etc. This is bugging me a bit. Sorry, guys. Get rid of this fucking thing. Sorry, guys, we're just waiting for this. We got another ZVZ. We're saying Savior for this. He'd be liking it. We'll have the VOD anyway. Anybody else? I wonder if Flapjack wants to do any casting. Alrighty. Need to see. Good games all around. But, yeah. Looks like Pig's taking a bit of a break for the moment. And Roz is not totally a scrub here. Let's take a look at the bracket while we're at it, guys. And as it stands, we have Juggernaut Jason versus the winner of Nightmare and Endeavor. Solar has 2-0'd Golden. Maples versus Nice ongoing. Beyond versus the winner of Eggfire and Firefly. That is an interesting one. Firefly, the Chinese player. Nero versus Cure. Oh my god. Max Pax versus the winner of Max Pax and Zerglord goes on to fight Geralt. And Nina versus Neeb is ongoing. Holy shit. I would have caught that. Jesus. I bet you Steadfast is on that. Let's see. Oh my god. I would have got Nina and Neeb. My god. Let's see here. Hey, welcome, Woody. Jesus Christ, how long is it gonna take? What is this, a 20-hour break here? Nah, I had to take breaks at times too, so all good. Let's see what we got. If they went in the game, I'm gonna be pissed. Oh, sorry. Pig versus Dark coming up soon. I'm pretty sure we know the outcome of this one. Pig has a very small chance of winning. Let's see if Pig can give Dark the Baconator. If Pig took a game off Dark, that's worth a gifted sub. All right, here we go. And spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire, as Florencio calls it, Cosmic Safari. In the purple, it is Pig. And his opponent in the bottom right. Give it up for our yellow Zerg player. It's Dark. The favored Dark Terror of Korea. Versus Mr. Baconator himself, the Aussie man. Against one of the strongest Korean Zerg players. Oh man, Pudgy, I would have got Max Pax and Geralt. God damn it. We got Pig versus Dark. Oh no, my chat. Geralt and Max Pax are gonna be mad at me. Because they're both my dudes. They're both on my team. Dave not catching Psystorm matches. And I'm gonna be getting coaching from Max Pax this week, Pudgy, in chat. Oh man, a bad call from Mr. Dave. That's always a banger. Max Pax and Dark, but you know what? Or Max Pax and Dark. Max Pax and Geralt. God damn it. I should have been looking around streams. Alrighty. Looks like a pretty standard opener from Dark and Pig. Actually, yeah, it's about even. Pig macroing quite well. At this point of the game, there's not too much to write it differently. We can just... The sight subtlety in the macro. Dark's hatch is just a smidge. Well, is it? They're basically just identical. Very solid openers from both players. I apologize, folks. We got another ZVZ. And this one is a little more one-sided than Geralt versus Max Pax. As much as Max Pax is the favored player, especially in PvP, I have to say it, as much as I love Geralt, statistically he is the favored player. In this case, it's pretty clear-cut. Dark is certainly, in this case. That's not to discredit Mr. Pig. Pig still got it. Pig's still fighting in these. Imagine if we had the comeback of Rotterdam. Right? Alright. Pig is gonna lose a Ling here, it looks like. Dark already right here, Dark flexing with his macro, taking his third hatch behind this as Pig is as well on both sides. And yeah, Dark is on the knife's edge of killing this one Zergling. Behind it, metabolic boost finishing for Pig a little quicker than Dark, who went for the Baneling Nest, which is very smart for defense and offense. And with good micro and ZVZ as Dark has it. It's both of them. Both of them do. Pig is not a horrible player, let's be honest here. It's just Dark is insanely good. Pig going for the memes for chat. Let's be real here. He's going for a fast layer. What's Pig going for here? This is pretty wild. All right, Dark's getting a bunch of Lings out. He's going pretty committed here for a minute, but Pig has a decent amount of his own. So it's the Ling Bling fight, and guess what? Pig has just started his Baneling Nest. These two cheeky Zerglings morphing into Banes here could potentially get some damage in time. Dark is starting to make his own defensive Banelings, and Pig now knows, I think he sees it obviously with the Overlord. Banelings are going to be scouted at the third base location. Pig does have a Queen and some time to move this, but that's 4 Banes. But with the Lings and Pig's army away from this, this could just be Ogre. Ooh, very rough catch with the Banes on the Lings, but these, yeah, Queen gets in the choke. That's pretty good for Mr. Pig. Oh, GG, well played. He knows it's Ogre. There was just too much Dark everywhere, and that was, unfortunately, a beating of the bacon. Got some ESL drama going on that I didn't see from the... We're waiting for game 2. And we will be moving onward and upward. Welcome everybody to chat. Thank you guys for the new follows, by the way. Alrighty. I forgot it was Wednesday, or I would have you stream me getting knocked down by some GM. Well, you know, I gotta catch what I can catch. Veteran gamer, I do try to look out for you guys when I can. Sometimes, too, it's hard for me to get the choice picks of cast, depending on what's going on, too. Alright, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of DaveTestaSC. Give it up for Mr. Pig again in the purple. And his opponent in the bottom left from Korea in the yellow. It's our slimy Zerg. 12 pulling it up. It's Dark. Dark wants to just finish this. He's like, yo, Pig, not respecting the bacon. All right, we got a little bit of pork product being pulled apart. We got some pulled pork here potentially by a 12 pool opener from Dark. He may just win the game a little early. Let's see what Dark has with his cheeky strategy. Pig going for a 16 hatch. He knows Dark, but at the same time, he's just going to go, well, we're going to try to play safe and standard. And take it from there. But he will scout the Lings most likely. Pool is about to finish. And yeah, Dark is going to open with some 6 Lings. And then just going to go down to take his hatch right after. Okay. Gas follow up before hatch, actually. Nice, nice. Okay, he's going up to 8 Lings. This could be a pretty committed attack from Dark. But, again, could be Ogre pretty early. Pretty early Ogre. Alrighty. Some dronies going to saturate the gas. And there it is, the Dark push. The push into darkness. Okay, and it's even before the Overlord is out, but that will scout the other Lings. Oh, actually, they were scouted here. So Pig does see this. Pool's not done. He might want to pull some drones because these are just slow Lings at this point in time. Dark is mining up the gas. He's gathering the gas. And this is a lot of pressure. Usually you want to pull some drones. Yep, okay, Pig is. That's actually a smart reaction. You got to save the hatch. That's the play here. And this is actually a pretty committed Zergling attack. Nice mic. Not the greatest micro from Pig, but he bought a little bit of time. Lings just now starting, though. Has to be careful. Yeah, see? He's losing a lot of moss mining time, but Dark's going all in pretty... Well, not all in. He's very committed. Pig with, like, next to no income is going to have to try to fight this with drones and Jabate. It's a Jabate attack. Pig needs to start mining, so he's going to send those drones right away. Does defend, ultimately. Actually, he's ahead in terms of drones. Barely keeping the hatch. Does have 2 queens. Dark does have metabolic boost on the way, though. Pig does not. This is rough. Pig has no gas mining right now. I would like to see some spore crawlers. Pig looks like he's in a lot of trouble as time goes on if he didn't pull into gas at the main. Very unfortunately for the Pig. Ooh, almost gets an Overlord, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenade. Oh, he does catch it. Temporarily supply blocking Dark. That's actually kind of nice, but Dark's going to have a huge army lead. Pig being greedy, taking a 3rd base. I guess they don't call him Pig for nothing. He's just droning. He is really on hopium because Dark is all-inning his Overlord even... Well, no, the one Overlord saw this. Pigs, I don't like this 3rd base. I would have liked some spines, a full wall. And Pig didn't do any of that. He's got like a few Lings with no speed. And this looks like it's just over here. A couple queens, one surrounded. GG, well played. And Dark, 12 pulled his way to victory in game number 2, which I didn't update the score. Very well played by Mr. Dark. All right. What else do we got going on, guys? Let's take a look at the bracket. Dark is advancing the quarterfinals. Juggernaut Jason versus Nightmare. Looks like it must be ongoing. Let's take a look. Refresherino. Solar versus Nice is going on in the quarterfinals. Nero versus Cure. Max Pass Geralt going on. Let's take a look at the streams. I'm gonna see if I can catch Geralt Max Packs. Okay, looks like we might have. Okay, looks like. Nightmare 2-0 Jason. So that means Dark versus. Oh, Nina and Niebuhr still going on, it looks like. Solar versus. I may go to EU. Oh, it's 1-0 need. All right, guys, I'm going to go to EU for Max Pax versus Geralt. They're on their first game. Sadly, we won't catch it. So, what up, Damon Camo? Max Pax versus Geralt. I'm watching Geralt's stream. Catch us up. Existing. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna start doing this. Figured I'd just add this in here. Why not? And we are patiently waiting. Damon, how you doing, Damon? 2-minute delay and all that Orsaki. Chicken Man and I are going to meet up in the finals. I'm trying to see if I can get Flapjack in here. And the game's still going on at 15:44. This could bite us for a bit, but shit happens. We got a little bit of wait in game. Good to see you, Wootsicle, and Damon, and everybody who's here. Veteran gamer, etc., etc. All the friendos. Satan Saver. Okay. Hey, here we go. And we're going on to our game. I believe Max Pax led that one. Geralt's looking at the replay. And we have our next match welcomes Geralt versus Max Pax. This is a matchup I can do. Let's go. Rocklet's casting as well. I'm good. I hope things are, well, 2-minute delay, man. They are good in the future. We have a team versus team match and a Protoss versus Protoss match. Maximus Paximus versus Geralt of Rivia. Good to see you, Damon. Damon, a huge Geralt fan as well. I would imagine a huge Max Pax fan as well at that. I'm going to be getting coaching from one of these guys this week and then another one after. I'm holding them to it. Dave's going to be a well-versed coach and still bad at the game player. Anyway, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for our blue Protoss player. It's Max Pax. And his opponent in the upper left, also from Psystorm Gaming in the red, it is Geralt. in this PvP extravaganza. Max Packs not surprisingly going for the low ground. 1 gate expand or 1 gate Stargate expand. Geralt going for the old 2 gate special. Potentially, presumably. But maybe he's going for something cheeky. And we got a gate, we got a gas. And a late GLHF. The guys are focusing hard and practicing hard. We got some grade A Protoss versus Protoss. And these guys have advanced far in EPT Americas in European time. So you got to give them some credit. Geralt going to be annoying with the net. That's the name of the game. Max Pack's going to send his probe out, which is going to strike first. Geralt just worried about getting his second gate and his core up. Ooh, getting to get a little distracted with his core. I don't know what that probe is doing off gas here for a minute. How you doing, little nice otter? A novice strip clubber? What do you mean by that? I've been to a strip club all of a couple times, and it was mostly for weddings. Or bachelor parties, I should say. Weddings. That's actually pretty funny. Okay, Max Pax is going for the Zealot. Geralt does manage to get the pylon, so forcing out the Zealot's kind of nice. Though Max Pax usually uses it as part of his build anyway. More often than not. Geralt. Oh, he's almost going to lose the probe. Can he drop another one? Does get another one. He is quite good at it. Okay, Max Pax going for in-depth follow-up. Zealot going to get onto this. So, it's going to be a Stargate opener, so Max Pax just adapts. He's just right on top of this for his build. Pylon finishing up. Is he going to get a cancel and drop again? Is he going to do it? Geralt's so good at this. It only cost him 75. Oh, but he loses the probe. He is going to get that goal of delaying the natural, though. And it is going to definitely mess with Max Pax a bit. But he better get this cancel on the pylon. I'm focusing here because this is important. Does get the cancel and significantly delays the Nexus. Funnily enough, okay, Geralt's just going to be like 10 seconds behind. Not even. Yeah, it was less than 10 seconds behind before he gets his Nexus. No, actually, he's a little more delayed. Oh, nothing's here to block the token Adept, though. Adept is going to find damage on one of the probe shields. Little miss micro from Geralt is going to lose one probe right here. Potentially another from mining. Yeah. Ooh, Max Pax is all over this. Just with one Adept, 3 workers and counting. That's 4 workers, and he's going to even get... No. Doesn't get the other one. Geralt saves that. Damn, that is a high-value Adept already. Just 1 unit. However, Geralt on the other side is going to lose his Stalker to an Oracle. Oh, man. Max Pax is just so good at defense with so few units. Almost loses the Stalker, but Geralt has... literally gotten 1 Zealot, I think. And that's it. Maybe an Adept. I think he got the Zealot. That was all. Adept finally goes down. Max Pax insanely ahead in workers. 29 to 23 now. It's all approaching up. Geralt going for the Twilight a little behind Max Pax because he got picked apart a little bit. Oh, also score. Sorry, yes. The updated score. Thank you. Sorry about that. Forgot to update it right when I started. Got a little excited and ahead of myself. Okay, so we got the double Oracle follow-up, and there's only 2 Stalkers. There is a battery, though. I think 2 Stalkers and the battery are okay for the Oracles, but 2 Oracles win the fight against 2 Stalkers. Damn, 6 workers going down. This is a very rough start for Geralt. In total, he's lost 13 workers. Does get an Oracle. That is pretty good. Consequently, though, he is off on his gas hatch. So a little delayed on his blink. He is pretty even with Max as far as how blink's going, but it's like a almost 2-to-1 worker lead for Max Pax, who's going for a 3rd base as quick as possible. Max is so good with fewer units and able to macro like this. It's crazy. Geralt going into a robo just in case. You get some observers out, maybe an immortal for the Stalker push. And he does at least have a battery on the low ground, but, you know, more for the Oracles. Though it's going to be an Oracle in this case. Yeah, little nice otter. I remember I was younger that happened, and yeah. It was a little tipsy. That was a goofy experience. Alrighty, Blink is about to complete for Max Packs. He's gonna go right into the base. The army supply looking pretty greatly in favor in Max Packs, and his micro's looking pretty good. Takes his Unlocka Watchtower with a probe even, and Geralt is on an Artosis pylon. He doesn't have Blink. Not like this, Geralt. Max Packs has it. He's grouping up with more stalkers. He's just gonna be able to go in, and Geralt is not ready for this. He has very few units. And nothing right there. This is GG pretty much right here. Oh, I like the battery overcharge on the pylon though. It's gonna buy him some time. However, that cyber core is in a lot of trouble. Blink is not quite done yet. There's no battery to heal the cyber core. There's so many stalkers from Max Packs perfectly positioned in a line for Blink Micro. Geralt did have the battery overcharge for a second. This pylon's gonna be depowered. And with that, a supply block's handy. Max Pack with the numbers game in his favor. Oh, actually Geralt, mounting somewhat of a defense, is able to get some more. That supply block and the cybernetics core in jeopardy. War Prism going down. It's even rougher. Geralt trying to take the fight. And thank you, Anti-Diarrhea, for the 3 months. Yeah, can Geralt do it? Can he stay in this and take us to a game 3? It's not looking likely. He's losing the cyber core. He's trying to hang on for dear life. Max Packs on 3 base saturation. Geralt, no battery overcharge. Oh, he does have it. He has some stalkers warping in the low ground, trying to get a bit of a surround with fewer units, funnily enough. But yeah, he is gonna hold for a moment. But losing the cybernetics core was huge. Max Packs getting a robo of his own, getting photon cannons, getting charged. He is at 65 to 38 workers in 3 bases and taking a 4th. Max Packs is just so ahead. It's very unlucky for our Polish Protoss. Very unfortunate for Geralt of Rivia. Okay, he does have an observer. Would like to see him kind of posture out with it. He is going to go check the back of the bases first, but Max Packs, unfortunately, is camping at the triangle 3rd. If we can call it that on this goddamn weird map. Alrighty. And, yeah, Max Packs just has an insanely bigger army. There is only 1 shield battery in the mineral line, though not exposed. It means he has to be a little careful. Big Daddy Immortal trying to aid the fight. There's just so many units. And now with Zealots... Yeah, that's a defenseless Immortal. We don't have Chargy boys. Immortal's away from the battery overcharge. Another Warp Prism rallied out of position. This is not looking good for Geralt at all, and it's +1 on top of it for Max Packs. Warp Prism falls, and unfortunately for our Polish Protoss, he's trying desperately to just stay in it. But you know what? There's nothing you can do at this point. We're going to see this get cleaned up. And GG, good luck is called. Max Packs takes a 2-0 in this series. Very unlucky for Geralt. Geralt, the gentleman that he is still, he wishes his teammate good luck. Poor Geralt. And let's see who we got. And thanks again, Anti-Diarrhea, for the 3 months. Max Packs versus the winner of Neeb and Nina. Been hoping we'd get Nina in the tournament sometimes. Max Pax versus Neeb. Max Pax versus Neeb. We got Neeb and Max Pax. Yo, Geralt. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Guys, you better be following Geralt. I'm sorry you didn't win. But damn, that was a crazy game. Good series. Have a good night's sleep. And thank you for the raid, my man Geralt. Well, and the good news, the only good thing we got is maybe we can have a Max Pax at least represent the team for you. We got Max Pax and Neeb. Yes. Well, thank you for that. This is a good one. Max Pax and Neeb. Nina versus Neeb would have been another good one too. Max Pax and Geralt, obviously great. The pain and suffering of PvPs. Thank you again, Geralt, because you know what? It's not a fun time for any party, but it is the most honorable matchup to us Protoss players. Totally unbiased ESL Capster Kappa. Anyway, spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Tropical Sacrifice. Give it up for our blue Protoss player. It is Max Pax from Psystorm Gaming. And from Onside Gaming in the red, give it up for the New Yorker Neeb. Let's heckin' go. Another Protoss versus Protoss. We've had a little bit of a mix-up tonight. I'm kind of excited. We had some ZVZs, ZVT, PvPs. We haven't had a PvZ yet. Definitely a good turnout tonight. And we're looking forward to see what happens here. It's low ground 1 gate versus low ground 1 gate. And fun fact, we have Gerald's practice partner right here. Thank you for the follow, Bauman Marketing. Thank you, thank you. And just in case any of you Geralt fans, if you're still awake and you tell them, we have some good news potentially in the future on the Dave stream and the Land of Dave tournament separate than ESL. We might have some big upcoming events in the future. All right, looks like we are going to have a little bit of a standoff with the probes. Neeb going to be doing a little bit like Geralt. These two get a bit of practice in from time to time. Two good friendos, Mr. Neeb and Geralt. Max Pax and Geralt, you know, I would say for being on the same team, I hope to see these guys practicing out more. I hold both these two kids in high regard. All right. Actually, Neeb as well. All of them is just stand-up guys. as players and as gentlemen. Storm Gaming. Oh boy, it's gonna be Stargate versus Stargate. A little bit of a mirror opener. Zealot and Zealot. Let's see if any of them cancel. Max Pax is not gonna cancel his Zealot, nor is Neeb. Max Pax's probe is on death's doorstep, however. Can he regain some shields? And can he get the cancel? Oh, Neeb looks like he's gonna be able to get his Nexus as well as Max Pax. Is he? Okay. Neeb's Nexus is a little later, but nothing too consequential. Oh, Sibba, John, that was pretty funny. With the Psy Snowman. Neeb is from around the Poughkeepsie area, I want to say. It's somewhere down southern New York. But Neeb and I had a little bit of overlap in conversation, which I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to dox us on some stuff. I can say where I'm from too, in Utica. But Neeb is a fellow upstate New Yorker, from a little close to where Chicken Man's from, but yeah, he's from downstate. But it is kind of neat. From around where my girlfriend's from. But we did have an interesting overlap in conversation, which was pretty cool. It's Phoenixes. We're starting out with a Phoenix War. Let's go. It's a little bit of a Rotterdam fight. And Neeb is going to pick off the Zealot. Oh, Neeb draws blood first. That's actually a fight he wants to take. And he is going to do it. However, the second Phoenix is going to get more oh, look at the micro battles. Neeb kind of trading out better, but like literally risking it there. So now he's more damaged Phoenixes. So we are on double Stargate, double Star. Nope. Neeb is going to go out of Phoenixes while Max Pax is going all into double Stargate Phoenix production for now. All right, what's Max doing? Max is sending a probe out. Oracle play from Neeb. Neeb's transitioning to Blinkstalker, a Blinkstalker follow-up, potentially, or is he just going to go into Dark Templar? Neeb could go into DTs, which would be fantastic. Hey, thanks for the follow. Still lock Starcraft 2. Greatly appreciated. I mean, both of these guys are known to do stuff like that. And in my opinion, a cheeky Dark Templar play would be very good against double Stargate. If you can just debate out some Phoenixes, it's like the biggest mind games. But that is not going to be the case for the moment. Max Pax has a ton of Phoenixes. And some of this army is going to be just in. Yeah, it's all Phoenixes from Mr. Maximus Paximus. Recalls forced and all those Phoenixes. Neeb just gets a couple workers and beelines just the heck out of there. Is posturing to take a third base. Max Pax getting a robo. So he's going into Phoenix Disruptor, Phoenix Immortal. Usually is the play, but we'll see how the game plays out, I guess. He's going into Phoenix Immortal at first, or at least getting a Observer. An Observer, I should say, in case of, like I said, DTs. But he's pretty pot committed to Phoenixes for the moment. Gonna go into a Void Ray. On 2 bases, it gets a little rough. He has 3 gas saturation. Void Rays cost a little more. Utica Club, baby. Oh, yeah. Skirked out. Though there's no Utica Club or any beer for Dave for a little bit, which is alright with me. We are working on that. All right. Third Nexus going down for Neeb. Actually, he's taking a location that wasn't as obvious. So that's actually kind of a smart play. Neeb has great pylon information. Like, when you're up against that many Phoenixes, he'll know right where they are at any moment. And he does have Blink. So, that being said, Phoenixes are highly agile and can pick up the heck out of Stalkers, but he has to be careful. +1 air weapons for Max Pax is going down. Neeb dropping more gates. But he does have that third base. And another immortal coming out for Mr. Maximus Paximus. Okay, Neeb's going to deny the third, and, well, he could have used, if he was careful, if he still has them. No, he lost those Phoenixes, so he can't really get a blink on the high ground. He has no high ground vision to get into the main base, but he's contained Mr. Max Pax to 2 bases for a bit. So Max is behind on the eco game in terms of what he has, but Neeb going in for Charge a Lot Immortal. Phoenixes are going to find their way up here, but they are scouted and are going to respect the few. They don't, you know, they could have picked off a couple Stalkers because not everything is together. Didn't want to lose a damn Phoenix at all. So he's pushing out with 3 Immortals, 4th on the way, a Void Ray, and let's see how many Phoenixes. 15 Phoenixes against 23 Blink Stalkers. But we are going to see, again, Archons and Charge Lots. But the timing, pretty good. +1 air weapons is approaching for Max Pax. That's just so many Phoenixes, though. And the army is a little split up, so this is a little rough. Charge finishing, though, is going to be a problem for the Immortals. And Archons after going to be pretty nice. One thing I will note that Neeb does not have Jordy LaForge just yet. He's just on unupgraded units. But he is going to have an Archon with this for Phoenixes. He cleans up the Phoenixes. He has certainly a good window of opportunity to just run amok on Max Pax, who's just now on the 3rd. I feel like Max Pax is actually in a pretty rough position against the army composition. +1 air weapons or not. Phoenixes can't pick up Archons. Charge Lots counter Immortals. And there's just so many Stalkers, it's going to be rough. Archon does get debated. Enough energy in the Phoenixes to pick up a lot of these Stalkers, though, but the Immortals are getting cleaned up. And that Archon is going to be paramount in this attack against the Phoenixes. But beautiful blink forward, a nice aggressive move from Neeb, who is just going to keep reinforcing. Forge going down for Max Pax for ground upgrades, but he's still kind of stuck in this Protoss Mech kind of area, funnily enough, and he's behind on Econ. Neeb with a slightly higher army supply, but again, it's this compositionally, I like it a little better. He's got a 4th base coming. He doesn't have a Forge, though. He really should be, okay, I say that. He reads the caster's mind, as they do sometimes, are great and wonderful players. With a forward-facing proxy. Yeah, we're not going War Prism where there's no War Prism where we're going. It is a proxy pylon with a gateway, so we got enhanced warp field aggression from our red Protoss player, the American Mr. Neeb. Alrighty. Maximus Paximus doing the best he can with a battery overcharge. Void Rays hitting the Archons, unfortunately, with prismatic alignment, or the Void Ray. And, well, honestly, this is a strange ass fight. Max Pax is kind of trading some of this out, but Neeb's just going to constantly be able to reinforce a bit. And the Zealots alone is doing a lot of damage. Archons kind of holding. One going to fall to the Void Ray potentially. Oh, the other one, yeah, it does fall. But the other one putting a lot of damage to the Void in a moment. However, there's an Immortal coming. Has to be careful. Okay, he repostures for the Phoenixes. Should just be fighting this Void Ray. Nah. Yeah, he's going to lose that Archon. All right, so Max Pax loses the base, but retains several of Phoenixes. He's now going into just Void Rays. He's got +1 Void Rays. Neeb just now literally getting +1 ground attacks. And it is going to be Disruptor play from Max Pax as a follow-up. He's on his back foot. Neeb is up 30 workers and on 4 base saturation pretty much. Once he moves some of this around, he's at exactly 4 base satch. Is he? Oh my God, Neeb's posturing for a 5th. Neeb playing at PvP Gateway, man. Void Rays and Phoenixes against Zealots. Yeah, GG is called. Neeb just takes game number 1. And in honor of Geralt's loss, but at the same time, you know, it's either way. Welcome, Mix Unio. Mix Unio 66. Score is now 1-1. Or no, it's 1-0. All right, here we are into game number 2. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Inside Now. In the blue, representing Storm Gaming, give it up for MaxPax. And his opponent in the upper right, representing Onside Gaming, give it up for our red Protoss player. It is Neeb. All right, we're going to have a little bit of a low ground again. That was a crazy game. I thought we were going to end up in Phoenix versus Phoenix. And Neeb debated not just us, but MaxPax. And both these guys are monsters. MaxPax is like potentially statistically the best PvP player. Granted, he doesn't play offline events. I'm hoping he does one day. We'll see. All right. We shall see. And here we go. We got a little Scouterino and Blockerino from both. We're going to see a little bit of an opener similar to game number 1 from both players. MaxPax, is he going to go right for the Nexus first? He does that sometimes. Nope, he is not. We saw that 400 mineral bank. He is going for it. Yeah, he gets it. Oh, Nexus right after core on the 1 gas. That's the MaxPax play. Beats Neeb to the punch on the Nexus. Neeb's going to go for a Stargate. More than likely. He could change it up on us. Woo-wee. All right, we got the Nexus down. Core finishing up for Mr. Neeb. MaxPax is going to have his L. He needs something to defend with. A little later gas, obviously, when you open like that. It's the consequence in the tech. So Neeb is going to have his first Zealot out first, but Zealot out a little earlier and Warp Gate. Curious to see if MaxPax plays Stargate, as he usually does, or is he going to change it up and go into Twilight or something? Which is a possibility. Sometimes he'll go Robo. Nope, it's going to be a Stargate. Hey, what up, ARJ Skater? What up, my dude? All right, it's Zealot versus Stalker. That's Kirktown in favor of the Stalker. Okay, MaxPax gets a Stalker of his own out, and the Zealot actually wins the fight there for a second. You can actually, technically, in weird cases, win this with the Zealot Stalker, which is weird. Hey, congrats, ARJ Skater, on your 3K MMR. All right, guys, we do have a little bit of a Scouterino still going on from Neeb. Neeb is in the house, but MaxPax makes sure work that probe when he catches onto it. Zapping it with the probe for its final death blow. Probius for Probius. 1 adept from MaxPax follow-up. Classic MaxPax. Gonna go in more for a scout than really value of, you know, obviously you're gonna try to keep the adept alive, but that is 1 dead adept. Is gonna get a little bit of a, let's actually take a look in at MaxPax's vision. He did get a little bit of a scout possibly, but it died pretty quickly. Max may or may not have saw what Neeb's going for there. That said, we do have an Oracle going out from Mr. MaxPax, and behind it from Neeb, he does have Blink starting up and a little bit of a Warpin. And I am on a 2-minute delay, guys, just so you know if you're new coming in. All right, will the Oracle find any bad damage? He's going to try to get a stasis ward, but now that's going to be shot right the heck down. Neeb has 2 stalkers right on top of it. Denies the stasis wardy. And Max going into blink. Behind it. Hey, thanks for the raid, Jalmec. I'm surprised you didn't, I didn't see you on the bracket for EPT Americas tonight. Hey, thank you. Guys, make sure you give Jalmec, who goes by Adagramis, a follow. Another Polish Protoss friendo. You have a good night, sir. Yeah, absolutely. It's late as heck for you. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Funnily enough, we're in a PvP from some of your rivals. And potentially friendos. Geralt and Max Pack, or no, not Geralt. Geralt just had ended. We have Neeb and Max Packs. And Neeb has led, the American has led game number 1. Can Max Packs come back? Max Packs with the Nexus a little sooner. Army supply in favor of Neeb. However, for the moment, and he's pushing out. Max Packs does not have blink. Neeb does. This is going to be a tough fight. There's no shield battery. He's going to try to warp in some more units. But Neeb's just pushing right out. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, he's got some units in defense back home. A couple stalkers and a sentry. So it's not everything of Neeb's, luckily for Max Packs. It's not an all-in. It's just pressure to deny the third. But Neeb's taking a better fight. Oh, my God. That is not good for Max Packs. He's losing some probes, too. Max Packs forced to warp in back in the net. And his wall's kind of working against him in the Sim City. For the moment, anyway. But Max Packs with a good counter-assault. Neeb blinking his way out of there. Trades looking a little strange. Anyway, third base attempting to go down. Oracle gets a nice rev tag on the other side of it. And, yeah. Neeb just getting his third Nexus to finish. Workers looking pretty even Stevens. Neeb going for the faster +1 than Max Packs. Max just now getting his forward, but he is getting charged a lot quicker than Neeb. So he's going to have a faster charge. This should be an interesting one. Oh, that's not true. Just so you know, that's just a border glitch, ARJ Skater. So don't let that fool you. I believe that is Platinum League MMR. So it's just that's just a glitch. You're actually, that won't mess with you being in Silver League. That's just a border glitch. I could be wrong, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. And from what I saw your games, I think you're actually in Z Platinum League. It's just a little glitch in the game. All right, Oracle going to find its way across the map, but Neeb does have a couple stalkers still defending and a shield battery. That Oracle is still alive, though. Did it get any kills? Just 1 kill. As we hear the flames going in the east. Max Pack still behind an army, getting charged. Again, behind. He's going to be just narrowly behind on upgrades. He can chrono boost his way in, and it may, depending on how this goes, it could normalize. He is going to catch the shield battery. He is going to start blinking back some stuff. Oh, Max Pack blinks all the way. Very smart move, but Neeb is going to aggress forward and catch a few stalkers. Good trades for our New York player. Can Max Packs escape? Okay, Max Packs' army supply still gaining in favor of Neeb. Max Packs going for a 4th, though. Neeb as well, Max a little ahead economically. If he buys time, he's hoping to have more money and just outproduce units after, but he's got to kind of play on his back foot a little bit here, as +1's going to finish, or did finish for Neeb. Max Packs doesn't even have a battery here. Behind it, he get a little greedy. We don't see any shield battery at the third base location, which is very rough when he's behind. Chargelot's going to try to come in for a little bit of cannon fire here and there, cannon fodder, I should say, to try to help win the fight. And it's not going to happen. I think this could just be it. It's a numbers game, and Neeb pretty decisively says this, takes this. Damn, very unfortunate for Max Packs, but well played by Neeb. Damn. Neeb is not clowning around, guys. Neeb is not clowning around at all. Neeb versus Bion. All right, so whatever we decide to do. Chicken Man.
Oh my god. Hold on a second. Okay. New computer parts.
Sound like you're on another
I don't know if you
mic.
can hear me, but I can't hear you right now. Just give me 1 second.
On another mic. Yeah, I can hear you.
Ooh.
Ah, there we go. Can you hear me?
All right, how are we doing now?
We're doing good now. Can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Excellent.
Awesome. What up, Chicken Man?
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Good.
Can you hear? All good. We all good?
Yeah, we all good.
Okay. I installed new computer parts, and whenever I do that, for some reason, the audio interface I use, it changes its name to it's just a different number, like a different line. I don't change where it's plugged in or anything. It just decides to change the name, which means it completely messes with everything because the audio that I have chosen for all of my like defaults, it's gone. It's different. It's wrong. So Discord, just like your voice was coming through my speakers instead of my headphones, and who knows what microphone you got to hear me on.
Yeah. Do you hopping in here, Chicken Man, or? Oh yeah. No,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm hopping in here.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
It sounded like a webcam or something. It was.
I'm sure it was whatever terrible default microphone it decided to choose.
That's all right. It happens. It happens to me too. Like, I'll move stuff around. Defaults to whatever it wants.
It really does. It's like default, and I'm like, well, I have my default set to my good headphones and microphone, but that doesn't mean anything to Discord. Discord's like, I'm just gonna pick one. I don't know which one. I'm just gonna pick one.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, I'm stoked for this one. This is gonna be a banger.
Yeah, the timing. I was like, yo, I'm pretty sure you're gonna want to get in here.
Yeah. Well, I just got out of the Beyond versus Cure match, so excited to see the follow-up. We're on Stargazer, spawning in the upper left-hand corner. It is our beautiful American, upstate New York representing Protoss player in the red for Onside Esports, Neeb.
And his opponent in the upper right, in the yellow, give it up for Shopify Rebellion's Bion. Yeah, well, actually, I just caught Max Pax and Neeb, and it was a 2-0.
Yeah, that's pretty surprising, I think.
Yeah, Neeb is not fooling around, my man.
No, he must be having a good day here. It's going to be tough, I think, to take down Beyond. But you know what? Neeb had a really good Home Story Cup run, right? So
For sure.
he must be feeling really strong right now, which is so sick to see. Because, like, a year ago, I was really worried that Neeb was just going to stop playing. Because he was like, I'm going to focus on my school. He left Ting, which he had been with for a long time. It felt like he wasn't playing as high level as we were used to seeing him. And I was really worried because he's been like the American player that is one of the best in the world for the longest time now. And it's awesome to see him come back. He's joined this new team Onside with Maru. And he's just been killing it. Like all of a sudden he's crushing it right now. And that's so sick.
Yeah, I think he just was mentally focusing on life. Like, it was weird. Like, everybody was making the big deal of it in terms of, I didn't realize it wasn't his public knowledge. But, like, what's weird is just even in our tournaments from talking to Neeb and just shoot, you know me, I just shoot the shit with whoever. And, like you, upstate New Yorker, we get talking. He's just like, yeah, I've just been preparing for college and stuff, or university, and you know, trying to think of some other stuff and reprioritizing, but I wasn't planning on really leaving. I was like, oh, no. And I kind of took it for granted. I didn't realize that wasn't like common knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I think he did say something about that at some point. Because I didn't have any private chats with him, and I knew he was planning on doing college stuff, but
yeah. Well, no, I mean, like,
yeah,
not you. I mean, the community as a whole is what I'm saying. It just seemed like, to me, I was just a little. I was like, dude, just focus it on life. But I'm with you. I was a little afraid for a bit myself, you know. It was good to see.
It's really nice to see him just killing it though, and still playing and still being a big part of our pro scene because we got a lot of love for Neeb.
Look at this build on a Beyond though. What the hell?
Yeah, the engineering bay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'll be honest with you.
A fast +1, 1-1-1.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. This is Beyond had a kind of a weird TVT against Cure, honestly. He proxy 2-Rax Reapered the first 2 games. And then game 3, he did like a kind of like a modified 2-1-1 with a 16 Stim Marine drop in Cure's base. And honestly, it didn't really do much, but he just played weird. He didn't like use Ravens at all. It just feels like Beyond's trying to play a little differently.
Yeah,
I just love it. We got these new maps out, and Beyond's the kind of player that I think can absolutely take advantage of slightly new maps and slightly new meta.
Sure. Yeah, he's just so experienced, and he's already kind of an outside of the box player. You know, he's other than just being mechanically amazing. You know.
Oh no.
That's it's the Beyond mine.
Neeb pulling a deer right there. And haven't thought of that player in a while.
Deer. Oh my gosh.
He used to just run into the Widow Mines. Every single Oracle was gone.
Yeah, that was honestly, in my opinion, I think that was a cheeky spot for a Widow Mine. I mean, it made sense, but man.
Yeah.
But
well, it's kind of a follow-up here for Neeb. He's got Blink. He's got a Proxy Gate coming up. That's going to be 4-gate Blink off the back of this. And with the high ground vision from the Phoenix, he can just blink up wherever he wants.
Yeah, actually, truthfully, he can just blink up the mineral field on this map anyway, but so smart of him to take that Zelnaga Watchtower, and I actually like this proxy. He's even getting the third base behind it. Neebs.
This is super cheeky.
Yeah.
The third base is going to get scouted by Beyond, so that's really nice for Beyond with his Widow Mine drop. But he's got to focus on the defense here because it's going to be quite a few Blink Stalkers, even with that third base coming up.
Yeah. But does Neeb have anything in terms of defense? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, this is...
Ooh, the probes. Oh, they get away just in time. Not a lot of probe damage going down so far. Oh, but he's going to blink in at the same time. You might not be watching the main base. Nope, never mind. He's too good. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, these are +1 Marines, but still.
You're +1 with no stim or combat shields.
Yeah.
That's kind of hilarious. The SCVs getting pulled. SCVs are unironically kind of good against Stalkers.
Yeah,
so
better than the +1 Marines, it felt like.
yeah, it's kind of true. Neeb wants to blink back in. There's not a lot left here for Beyond, but he's starting to get some Marauders out, and that's going to be scary for these hurt Stalkers to go up against.
Dude, this is a crazy game. Beyond got like nothing done with that Widow Mine drop, but Neeb just like bullying in with these Stalkers. Like, yeah, well, whatever, your Widow Mines, we'll just ignore them basically.
Yeah, he just splits against the Widow Mines, and that's good enough. And Neeb with some excellent blink control here. He's going to target down the Marauders. Again, these Marauders, they're doing a good job though, and the Stalkers on the low ground have a tough time hitting the high ground. But 9 SCVs going down. Beyond really struggling to hold on to this.
Yeah, he did. He pushed it back, but he's definitely on his back foot. There's no third CC behind it. Oh no, there. He's
got one. Yeah.
It's just not.
Beyond, of course, he's got one.
Yeah, not an orbital. He's pumping out workers. Actually, that was a smart move to be reproducing SCVs rather than taking the orbital, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good call because you don't. I mean, he needs to replenish that worker count, right? But it is 3 bases to 3. So Beyond should be able to take this base fairly soon. Stim is done. There's medevacs out now. These Stalkers, they cannot keep doing what they were doing. I love the Widow Mines over in the back base as well. Like, punish him if he decides to blink in, right?
Yeah. And fortunately for Neeb, he did kind of scout that. So as long as he remembers, he should be fine. If he doesn't have the Chicken Man and Dave's short-term memory, he'll be okay.
Honestly, I think it's better for Beyond if Neeb does see those Widow Mines, because then he's like, oh, I shouldn't blink in.
Yeah.
Whereas if he doesn't see them, he might blink in anyways and still get some damage done. And Beyond would just rather, I think, him stay away.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, well, let's keep out of this. That said, I don't think Beyond knows about the proxy, which could come to punish after we got 1-1 coming for Neeb and combat shields finishing up for Beyond. I mean, obviously the upgrade's a while for a Protoss. But, oh, look at this.
What am I looking at?
The hallucinated Warp Prism. With the hallucinated Phoenix going out.
Oh my god, I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Yeah.
I don't know which camera's yours, but we got there. Yeah. Oh, the hallucinated Warp Prism, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's a cheeky play, but it's not really doing much. I think it was scouted. It would be better as if Neeb pulled it back because it'd really get under Neeb Beyond's skin.
Yeah, if you think it's real, right? You see that Warp Prism and you're like, nah, I got to think about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's not even a Robo. Oh, there is a Robo. Okay, he's actually getting into double Robo and Robo Bay here, so we're gonna see Disruptors, possibly Colossi.
Yeah, I might go for the 3 Colossi. Yeah, but Neeb will go straight to Disruptors sometimes. Honestly, I've been liking to see Protoss do that more often than not lately.
Well, you know, I would say that, but this is Beyond. So if anybody can just split against the Disruptors, is going to be Beyond. Now the real Prism comes in, and it's just going to die to a turret. And the bio is there because Beyond was thinking about a Prism because of the fake one. So I think that kind of backfired for Neeb, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, what seemed really cool ended up actually not working out so well. Hopefully he doesn't lose both these observers.
Yeah, looks like one of them's going to go down. Ooh, Zealot's on the high ground, though, ready for the flank. But Beyond is going to be able to push this away without too much issue.
Yeah, pretty good stuff. All together.
Game is evened out quite a bit here.
Yeah, let's take a look. Army size slightly. It's starting to push a little bit in favor of Neeb. And with the 1-1 for Neeb, it's pretty good. But Beyond's gonna have a faster +2 infantry weapons because of that cheeky opener.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's got 2-2, 2/3 of the way done. Yeah. Beyond's pushing really hard right now. A couple of nice force fields here, and the 2 Colossi showing up. I think that might be enough for Neeb to just hold on here. But I'd say a good trade for Beyond. Definitely took down a lot of units. And once that 2-2 is done, he's going to have a very strong bio army.
I love that. The friendly fire on the Widow Mine, on the Stalker to kill the Widow Mine was beautiful. He got the one with the shields just...
Oh, yeah. That's a quality move right there. That's a high level move.
Yep, and here's the oh shit, you found my proxy moment.
Yep, shuts down that proxy, at least for now. We could see another pylon go down. There is a probe right next to it. But this position for Neeb, he doesn't want to give this up, right?
No.
Holding the watchtower is really, really nice. He's got that vulnerable fourth base. He decided to take the back base, and that would be really tough to hold if Beyond's able to take that middle position. So
Yeah.
Neeb wants to make sure to hold that.
For sure. Ooh, these zealots are in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh, a couple of snipes. A couple of steady shots.
Honestly, that's... Trading out zealots later for snipes is actually kind of good, if you think about it, because you're taking away more EMPs. If you're going for like a Stalker, Colossus, disrupt their army.
That's fair. That's fair.
I never really thought
You're not
about
wrong.
it like that. I'm like, maybe just having some zealots just to put in front to debate snipes is not a bad idea.
Yeah, until the ghost count gets super high, and then it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already got, God, there's like 9 ghosts out here. Yeah,
Exactly.
that is a lot. There's a lot of ghosters. Neeb does have some of those disruptors out, though, and ghosts are not very well known for their splitting ability, as they don't have that stim to give them the extra speed.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite. I have to close out of some things. Sorry, chat. And hopefully...
Ooh, Beyond gonna hit right as 2-2 finishes up for Neeb, though. One Disruptor Nova does connect, but the other two do not. And these Colossi on the backside getting hit by the Vikings. The Viking count is actually pretty substantial, so these Colossi are going right on down. There's only a couple of Disruptors left, and I don't think they have any Novas available. Beyond might be able to just keep on pushing here despite the upgrades equalizing at kind of the worst time for this push. Super Shield Battery, another Disruptor Nova, and some Reinforcement Zealots are holding on pretty well for now, though.
Oh,
But now it's just down to Stalkers, and Stalkers are not the best at this stage of the game.
Well, that said, there wasn't EMPs available, so they were trading out okay. Ooh, we're finding some good value here with the Zealots, I think. Oh, nice Disruptor.
Yeah, but that Disruptor cooldown is pretty high. Ooh, that was a good hit, though. I was talking about the splits earlier. Beyond, he's eaten a couple of big Disruptor Novas. That is definitely keeping Neeb in a better position in this game, and Neeb's actually up a bit of supply right now.
For sure. Neeb is certainly leading a little, and he's got another base in the bottom right.
Oh, I love the Disruptor Nova on the Widow Mines.
Yeah.
It's just good paying attention from Neeb. But it's kind of weird. Neeb has not started 3-3, and Beyond started +3 attack, but not +3 armor. It feels like they both have the money for it, but they're just so focused on these fights, these engagements,
Yeah.
that they're not focused on furthering those upgrades. We do see DT blink on the way, though, and that is Neeb just playing right into that Fear Dragon, the Fear Dragon love. He knows the strategies to make Fear Dragon love him even more. Just to get that DT blink in the late game.
Exactly. He'd make me love him even more if it was DT Blank earlier in the game.
That's right. The earlier the better, though, right?
Exactly.
We do have 4 Liberators at a time coming out for Beyond. I'd love to see Liberator range at some point, but I think he's going to need a 5th base for that, and he just hasn't been able to take that right yet. Still just chilling on 4 bases. Neeb, though, has every base on his side of the map.
Yeah. What a banger.
Yeah, this is a very back and forth game here, but I feel like Neeb has a slight advantage. However, as we get towards maxed, the Disruptors can zone, but the Zealots and Stalkers just don't fight as well. And oh no, those Stalkers coming from the proxy just get slaughtered. That is a good find for Beyond.
Hopefully Beyond doesn't find the super pylon that's formed in the bottom right.
Yeah, Neeb wants to keep that one around for as long as possible. But Beyond's finally heading out to put some pressure out on the map. He's going to try to hold with the Liberators and the Planetary, and I think he can. There's just no power units here for Neeb. The Disruptors can send Novas forward, but they can't really help against the Libs. And Beyond's got a massive counterattack that is kind of just going to kill this base. Can he hold back at home, though? The Liberator's doing great against the Stalkers right here. Disruptor Nova's hitting really nicely, though. And that's going to allow the Stalkers to win that fight. Neeb takes a good fight against the army, but he's still going to lose this base. He'll recall to his 5th to defend here. But there's no Disruptors in this recall. It's just Stalkers.
Well, he just needs
I don't
to
know
buy
about those
time.
Stalkers, man. Yeah, he does. He needs to buy time to get the rest of these units back home.
Yeah,
But it's just so tough against the EMPs and with all of these Marines and Marauders. Super Shield Battery is not in range and it's over now. But Beyond's going to pick up and just sneak on out of there. Take his own 5th.
Yeah, but what he needs to do now, though, is warp in some DTs at that super battery location and find some value. Well, I mean, not right now at the moment. Obviously, he's got a push out. But that could be pretty good. He can get a free planetary if he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I actually think now is definitely the time for DTs to start blinking in. He still has the watchtower, although as I say that, it's going to not be the case anymore. But he could definitely blink over the mineral patch if he's got that watchtower, right? So something for Neeb to focus on as we move a little forward here. Oh my God. Scout's the drop, but is it just too late? The recall is still on cooldown for sure. And Neeb, this base, I mean, this is why taking this base is something a lot of players don't like to do. It's because it is quite easy to just drop right on in here. Stalker's having a tough time dealing with this. Some Zealots in the main, but at the same time, Beyond is hitting the 5th base. And these Disruptors, well, they're going to force the lift up at least, but Neeb is going to lose his base to the top side.
Yeah, I mean, that base is a little more mined out at the least. But, you know.
But that puts him down at like 1 fully mining base of minerals now.
Yeah.
Because the main's out, the natural and the base to the bottom left here, those are very low. So he's just got this one, like the 4th base out front. And he's still not winning this fight. He has not cleaned up this drop. And Beyond's got a whole army in the middle. And he's got 4 Liberators that are going to hit on the bottom side.
How unlucky is that Neeb has a Void Ray, but it just moved out of position.
Oh, no.
That's so unfortunate. But that said, if he can shift click it out, he's going to need it in the fight, I think.
Yeah, this army in the middle of the map for Beyond is pretty small, but he's kiting against the Zealots for days, just buying time to get some more units out. He's got Liberators and a Planetary to fall back to. And the Disruptor Novas will go out, but they're even if they get some decent hits, they don't have any support. GG gonna get called here as Beyond takes it. Damn. That
So
is
close.
that was a match.
For sure.
I do feel like Neeb had the advantage at certain points in that game. But the army just didn't scale super well, right? It was just pure gateway based, and I think the lack of DTs hitting and counterattacking. I think you're absolutely right. There was a point where warping in a handful of blink DTs and sending them in to a planetary, or even just blinking over the minerals and heading into the main,
Yeah.
could have been really, really nice and pulled Beyond back.
Yeah, he could even
But-
split like 4, like say he warped in like 4. He could have went to that forming 5th, the natural, the main, and out in the back of that, the original, well, what was taken as the natural for Beyond, that back base. Sick game though, man.
Yeah, super sick. Super sick. That's the best game I've seen on that map so far. And you know what? That map is all of a sudden reminding me of a map from a couple years ago. Year Zero, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
That was a really good map. Had some fantastic games. So I'm excited to see. I'm hoping Stargazers has some games like that.
For sure. Anyway, that being said, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, representing Onside Gaming, in the red, our New Yorker, Mr. Neeb.
And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner, the Yellow Terran, representing the Shopify Rebellion. It's Beyond.
Yeah, this is, I'm so glad we're getting to cast this, what a banger of a night. Like, EPT Americas have honestly been sick in general lately, but some upsets.
I feel like people sleep on EPT Americas, but you get a lot of really solid players from Europe who don't mind staying up a little late. You get, obviously, the American players, right? So you get the home field advantage for, like, Neeb And you get Trigger in here, and you get a lot of good players. But then you get the Koreans.
Yeah.
We always get like a ton of really super high level Koreans playing. And I feel like it's just the most international of all of the cups.
Yeah.
So we get some just absolute bangers.
Exactly. To me, it's like the tournament series that kind of represents America too. You know, we're gonna go full M canning on this one. The diversity. You know, we're not just like a bunch of stuffy people eating fondue. You know what I mean? Or are we?
Bro, fondue is delicious. Man, I could go for some fondue. I want some fondue.
I brought up fondue. You're like, oh no.
All right. How do I get fondue? I'm gonna find a place around here that does fondue.
Yeah, exactly. Fondue is pretty good. I didn't even finish what I was starting to eat before any of this. Oh man, Chicken Man, thanks for hopping in with me tonight. This is a treat.
Yeah, hell yeah. It's good times. I haven't, gotten to do a lot of EPT cups in a while, so it's nice to get back into it. And always a pleasure to cast with my man Dave.
Heck yeah, buddy. And we have some. Well, we're getting started here. Neeb with a weird rally. I think he's afraid of a Reaper.
Yeah, but they should just be mining. Like,
yeah,
what are they doing?
The probes went on strike. Yeah, the probes went on strike. Well, they did time out perfectly to when the Nexus was going just to mine and drop off minerals, I guess. But that was kind of funny.
They're trying to form a union. Neeb is a union buster, unfortunately.
Yep.
And the probes are just tired of getting killed by widow mines. Neeb's like, listen, you don't need to pay union dues to not get killed by widow mines, all right?
You could be mining, and then we can run away.
Right? You should just be making me more money. Get back to work. Basically Amazon. What I'm saying is Neeb is basically Amazon.
Yeah. Neeb does not like his robotic employees.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Forcing a recall on that Adept. The Adept will get home at least, but doesn't have a lot of hit points, and using that energy this early is not great. I'm going to try to hit with some Marines, but I'm pretty sure this just kills that. Oh, the Adept goes down, though. He gets it.
That was a close recall. Does ultimately fall, but hey, it helped with the defense and kind of a scrappy game. So, Chicken Man, what do you think? We're going to see this starport come down soon with the weird 2-on-1, or is this just going to be 3 racks factory, do you think? Because we're going a couple cyclone. Actually, he canceled one. He can't.
I don't know what this is. I'll be honest with you. I don't try to follow Beyond's build orders. It's just a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm sure some high-level Terran out there is like, well, this was clearly the build order that he's been using for the last 2 weeks. I don't know, man. I haven't cast Beyond in like 3 months, so I'm just excited to see what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I got you. And I mean, but that even when you were following him, when do we actually know what Beyond's actually doing? Sometimes.
Yeah, my brain isn't big enough to know what Beyond's gonna be doing. Oh. Oracle gets out of there, sneaks away. Triple Oracle here from Neeb. Going heavy on the Oracles. I feel like I don't see that against Terran very often. It's usually either one Oracle or Phoenix.
Yeah, it's sometimes he'll do it. We have seen people trying to use the hero build kind of like in PvZ that's been out. Here's against Terran sometimes, but not. Yeah, it's not really that common. But it's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, especially when he just disintegrates a freaking cyclone right there.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about the triple Oracle is they do a ton of damage, and cyclones don't do damage very quickly. So you can just kind of crush them. I'm gonna try to hit the main now. The turret is not done here yet, but the Marines will push him away, and the turret in the natural is done.
Yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of damage. Oh, and
it's a dead Oracle. It looks like there's a lot more dead airspace behind this map than there is. Mm-hmm. It feels like there should be a decent amount, and it just stops. The airspace just stops like right earlier than you'd expect it to, I would say.
Yeah, just kind of how it's designed. It looks, yeah, it definitely looks like there's more breathing room, but it's just, it's actually just the end of the map. Definitely kind of weird. I am with you there.
I gotta say, I really like the designs of our new maps.
Yeah.
Shout out to the map makers, like, not just the shape of them, but the actual, oh my god. Oof. The actual design of it, I really appreciate it, because I feel like last season I wasn't a huge fan of some of them, but these ones have been great. That stasis trap, Beyond was ready for it. He had a Marine out front, and just barely missed it with that Marine. And so all of his Marines got caught. That's brutal.
Yeah, and that said, look at this. We had a nice little Zealot run by into the natural behind this.
Yeah, no wall here or anything, so these Zealots are just going to sneak right in. There is still a bunker and some reinforcing units, but that tank can't get in the bunker. Fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew that. Tanks don't go in bunkers. Imagine if they could. Imagine if you could put a tank in a bunker and then siege it up.
Oh, God. It's almost like going back to the patch with the
oh my god, loading up into the command centers.
Yeah, the flying command center, bunker, tank, whatever.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, you could load up bunkers and planetary fortresses.
Yeah, you could load a planetary into an orbital or into a command center. That was beautiful. What a time to be alive.
And then the patch that fixed it made it so Terran couldn't couldn't load anything in medevacs other than SCVs. That poor intern.
Working really hard. A few SCVs going down here to the Oracles. Oh, we got the double drop on the bottom side as well, so both players going to lose a handful of units. The Zealots actually not taking the best trade here, but going to be able to force Beyond out of there.
Yeah, he lost, let's see here. Yeah, 4 Zealots in total is not bad, considering he even got that recall off out of the NAD. That was all right.
Yeah, I think all the Zealots got out of there after they did that run by, which is kind of insane.
Yeah, you don't really see that too often in this matchup, and both players with some good map control. I mean, Neeb had to retreat, and it was smart, but he still got, some vision with the stasis ward, the Oracle, and the other Oracle.
Yeah, keeping those Oracles around and just poking and prodding, not even necessarily getting damage done, but just getting those revelations is so important to keep an eye on what's going on. As we see, Beyond's actually pushing out. He's going to break these rocks down. Neeb needs to get some vision on this. It looks like he's just barely going to be able to see that, but I don't know if he notices.
Ooh, sending out the Scouter, doubles Phoenix's hallucinations. Oh, and Beyond even catching the stasis ward.
Yeah, it has that one Marine going forward. Big flank from Neeb. He's going to try to get a full surround on this with a ton of Zealots, and he absolutely will. Beyond's going to lift up, but he can't get all these units out of there. He just doesn't have enough. And there's no boost on this medevac.
And there's
no blink yet, though. All right, so Beyond will very slowly be able to get away. And get back home, but that was a really good engagement for Neeb. And look at this, he is up 45 supply right now. That's a lot of supply to be up at this stage of the game. This is what Neeb wanted last game, I think, with his super Zealot heavy style. Yeah. But he's just been able to take great trades so far.
Yeah, he just has to be mindful of the Ghost and the Widow Mines. Well, I mean, he's been doing pretty good. I think he's playing way more cautious this game. You're absolutely right. The last one started out rough, like you said, like deer with that Widow mine.
Yep, that is a classic move. We see the Colossi coming out now. It was just 2 last game, and it looks like it's just going to be 2 this game as well. Maybe 3? No, there's 3. I lied to you. But mostly focused on the gateway-based army. But you need to take great engagements with this army, and this is not it. This is not the engagement Neeb needs to take right now.
Yeah.
Massive EMPs. The Colossi are really helpful here, but that was a good engagement for Beyond. I don't like that Neeb ran through that choke point. He's been so good this game about taking the engagements, but...
Yeah, that one wasn't anything to write home about. Hopefully we end up into a game 3.
It's I don't know, it's starting to feel a little bit like it. Beyond does not have a ton of units left. The 3 Colossi are still alive. Rallying Ghosts are getting taken out, and Zealot reinforcements, they're going to come in and help out quite a bit here. SCV's getting pulled into triple Colossi. That's not what you want to see as the Terran. And I think Beyond might be able to push this back right now, but losing this many workers, even if he holds on, Neeb can just keep resupplying. GG gets called. Neeb will tie the series up.
Oh, absolutely. That was good stuff.
We like that. We like to see it. Don't you love to see it?
Yeah, to get an extra match, I am very happy. I was hoping this would be the best of fives, you know, but this is good stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, no more best of five semis. I wish we could get those back.
Yeah, it would be quite nice. Though I will say there's times when it's late, and I didn't update this.
I just realized that the bet I did was actually Neeb versus Cure, so it's not quite correct, but hopefully the one person who voted on Cure knew that it was Beyond, not Cure.
And on my end, it was the little splash screen camera scene. It still said Max Pax versus Neeb.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Max Pax versus Geralt.
I'm really good at keeping those updated unless I'm casting with somebody, and then I'm terrible at it. Like, it just goes completely out of my brain. I noticed that yesterday. Like, Cock of the Walk, I was so good at keeping it all updated, and then immediately after when we were casting together, like, every single time, I forgot.
Yeah, we'll get it down one day. It's all you, man of chickens.
All right. Well, spawning in on DaveTestaSC in the upper right-hand corner, we have our Onside Gaming Protoss in the red, representing the United States of America. It's Neeb.
And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Shopify Rebellion, give it up for Beyond in the yellow. Good stuff.
Yeah, what a banger of a series so far. And Beyond starting us off with a proxy Rax.
Let's
go.
go.
It's just going to be one, but it's pretty great. Now, Neeb's going to go ahead and just block off the Reaper Cliff, so it's going to make it not quite as good of a proxy Rax. This is not the best map for Reapers, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, but he's going to try to get it out a little quicker because of this, and maybe just get some... Yeah, I don't really think that's going to pay out too well, just for a 1 Rax Reaper. Maybe it was like 2 Rax Reaper, but, you know.
Yeah, it is Beyond, though, so maybe his Reaper control will make it worth it.
Very, very true.
Turns out he's pretty good with Reapers. I don't know if you knew that.
For the 22 months.
Beyond his Reaper control, pretty top-notch.
Yeah, you know, that's some scrubby guy. They only nerfed the Reaper a few times just because of him single-handedly. Ooh, he's going for the bunker.
Oh, yeah, you gotta love the bunker. We'll see if Neeb scouts this. I think he's going to, because he's got this probe that's just auto-mining back here, and I think the purpose of that probe mining from the low ground is to spot this bunker.
Yeah, and that said, he's going to... I like the 2 probe response to this.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's going to just hard counter it. The SCV's got to run away. The Reaper showing up might make this a little more complicated, but with the SCV so low... Oh, he gets it! Oh, man. Immediate cancel on that bunker.
That was about as good of a catch as he could get, and... You know, I don't hate a Stalker, but...
Oh, my God. Beyond. That. You know what? That's not how I expected that to go. He crushes it. 2 probes for an SCV and a Reaper and a cancel on the bunker. Absolutely, any day of the week. Yeah, and it was a proxy, so it's got to float home now.
Yeah, so he had to get a factory up as quick as possible for any kind of rebuttal. Neeb does have a little delayed starport, but like Beyond's even behind on his low ground CC now, so the Stalker could be quite a nuisance for a minute. Neeb should just be pushing right in.
I mean, it's a little dicey. There's a Cyclone almost out, and if that Cyclone pops, the Stalker's just gonna die, right?
Well, if he didn't hesitate, he could have just got the SCV and then walked the heck away, and just delaying it a little more. But now it's gonna die for sure. Oh, is it?
He's gonna go for the recall. Okay, all right. It looks like he was planning that. So there you go. That's nice for Neeb.
Yeah, That's an
Get that
additional.
stalker out of there.
And he knows it's a cyclone opener, so that's extra information.
Always good to get whatever information you can. 2 more barracks going down for Beyond.
Yeah, it's that I'm not so surprised with. Good good counter attack for Protoss. He can get his stem going. He's gonna get another tech lab, get that combat shields. Or concussive if it's Beyond. He does throw that, as you know, he throws that out from time to time, you know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he throws a lot of things out from time to time. We have a Phoenix here from Neeb. But he is going straight into Blink. I was excited. I thought we were going to see Phoenixes.
Yeah.
And it was just into Blink. It's too bad. But no Oracle. It's a little surprising. It's just a Scouter Phoenix. And probably a high ground vision Phoenix once Blink is done.
Yeah. Big true. All right. Yeah, there we go.
No, like you said, Stim combat shields. He's got +1 will be on the way soon.
You know, I don't hate the Blink Stalkers, truthfully, just because of this, because Biona is going into the Stim Combat Shield 3-Rex, which is pretty good against Phoenixes. Because you're just, you know, like, what are they going to pick up? It's mostly Marines at that point. You know what I mean? And once Stim and Combat Shields are out, they're going to do a lot better against Phoenixes than anything else, other than maybe Widow Mines. Which, actually, Widow Mines even can get picked up by Phoenixes, you know what I mean? So I think situationally this worked out in Neeb's favor, potentially, with the Blink Stalker opener.
Listen, I'm selfish. I just want to see Phoenixes, you know?
Yeah, I'm with
They're
you.
just fun.
Phoenixes
I'm
are
tired
fun.
of Blink Stalkers. Get them out of here.
Yeah, Phoenix charge lot. That's what I was thinking. I was kind of that too. And also with Blink, it's like, come on, man. Let's see the charge. Let's see the Phoenixes.
Right? Where's that quick storm?
Yeah, exactly.
But Neeb just trying to poke and prod here. He's got that proxy gate, so he has the potential for a decent amount of stalkers to come out, even with that third base finishing up.
Yeah, Stim's done, but Combat Shield's on its knife's edge. He gets a few.
Oh, that is like the most mistimed stim. I bet Beyond's kicking himself for that one. Right as the stalkers blink away, he stims, and that he gets basically nothing done at all. He just pushes the stalkers away. No damage, no dead stalkers.
Yeah, Neeb, we haven't seen him drop a Templar Archives yet. I wouldn't hate it in this game. He's going 1 Forge into +1.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think Storm is borderline necessary for this kind of style. That's what we always used to see Zest do if he went for heavier gateways and like a quicker charge. He'd always get that Templar Archives and go for Storm as quick as he could. Because if you get him out before Ghosts can come out, Storm is great. It's a pretty good ability.
Yeah, Neeb is not going to have Fortune on his side. I was going to say if he happened to just move down, he would have caught this double drop.
Yeah, that's a big double drop.
Well, wait,
4 gateways finishing up, though, and he goes for the recall.
well,
He must know something's happening.
Yeah, he read that right, but guess what? I was going to say that's a double. That would have been disastrous. That's an Artosis pylon if I ever saw one, with 5 gateways and the Cyber Core powered by 1 pylon. That would have been disastrous.
But Neeb cleans it up super easily. Kills most of that without losing a single thing. I don't know how he caught wind of it, but it was a great read.
Yeah. I mean, I think that almost seems like he anticipated it just because it's Beyond. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but like...
No, it's very possible. There was a period of time where Korean Terrans just would Doom drop all the time. Like every game, they just pick up and Doom drop 2 or 3 times in a game. I was like, what are we doing?
Oh, beautiful.
But Beyond's gonna hit with a... Yeah, that was pretty sexy. Beyond's gonna hit the front. Neeb just trying to hold on here. I think that was to stop a drop in the main, but Beyond just poking. Putting some pressure on. Ooh, but there's Zealot run by going on at the same time, killing SCVs, stopping mining here. This is really nice for Neeb because there's no third base for Beyond. So he needs to get some damage done. He can't afford to take damage back at home. And Beyond watching back at home. Takes a bunch of friendly fire, gets wrapped around, and Neeb takes the 2-1 victory. Damn.
Yeah, that's a advancement to
the grand finals. Where who's up there? I actually didn't see what happened in the other semis. It was Dark versus Solar.
Dark versus Solar.
And Dark took the 2-0. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Neeb versus Dark in the finals. Ooh. Ooh, baby.
This is crazy.
That's a good one. This is a very North American finals, and I love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
Very good.
I think I'm going to take this water break too, which is actually Dave going to re-green tea it up. And
there you
use the
go.
bathroom
Green
real quick.
tea. Nice.
Arizona green tea. We're cheating, but still. All right. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I'm reading the ESL.
Admin thought that it was Dark versus Beyond. USA represent. Neeb not letting Beyond hit those finals. You'll love to see it. PVZ finals. Should be fun. I'm excited. I always love casting Neeb. I feel like Dark's going to be a bit of a tough opponent, though.
Dark is certainly a tough opponent. Poor Neeb, though. Icegar goes Dark and Beyond. I just put the scores in, but like...
Yeah. He just read it backwards, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hard-working Icegar.
We do love Icegar.
I gotta put your picture up because I'm on I made a different scene finally for ESL, so I gotta add.
Oh, nice.
I gotta add Mr. Chicken Man.
Yeah, I got that. I got my Dave picture up.
Yeah, I was thinking that earlier, but we were rushing in. And I'm like, well, I didn't know if you're so quick on some things. I'm getting there on some of the stuff, but I really need a stream overhaul. I've decided.
It's a lot. It's a lot to overhaul a stream. I've done it a number of times, and it's...
Yeah, even now, because you moved, I know, you had your fantastic Blender room. Now you have Blender desk.
Right. One for casting, one for chilling, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta have different places.
I'm gonna actually get a real picture of you on after, but I just had this handy, so we have Scuffed Chicken Man again. But no, I
you gotta love it.
I really like.
I love me the scuffed. The Scuffed Chicken Man is beautiful. I'm proud to be scuffed on your channel, Dave.
Yeah. Hey, it's good. I'm just glad to have you, and it's good that stuff's starting to work out for you for time for some balance and.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked on it.
I need to.
I'm gonna grab some water before we get into
yeah.
this, but make sure to invite me if I miss it.
Yep, absolutely. I'm trying to hold everybody up for Chicken Man to get some water. We all need to stay hydrated here. And this is Dark versus Neeb finals. Dark, Neeb
Hell
versus
yeah.
Dark.
Gonna slap, I believe. We do have to find Dark though. Oh, there he is. We found him.
We have found him indeed. Neeb versus Dark finals. Let me just fix this. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's something about being able to co-cast these, at least at the end. I had people approved on, if ever you're on for these too, you got to fill out a form, I guess. But they'd been coming in and doing a good job. I had Saffron and Flapjack sometimes. And Flap's been a little busy, but he's a wild card. But he's fun to have on if you ever want a co-caster. And you're like, you know what? It helps out sometimes, to be honest with you. If you're having a rough day or something too, especially, to have a friendo on.
Honestly, I find the opposite, generally speaking. Like, I feel like I need to have more energy to have a co-caster. Yeah. Usually, like, if I'm feeling like low energy, I just want to cast by myself. I don't want to like have other people around.
Oh yeah, it depends. It depends on the company too. But yeah, I'm with you. Sometimes it could be either way. I just from doing it so much, I think lately I've noticed it can certainly have its pros though, depending on how tired you are.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
We have a lobby. We're gonna moon dance. Nice. We're gonna make sure everybody's in here. Oh, wrong server. Oh no. We're gonna try again. All right.
Okay.
We had a lobby. Who needs it anymore?
All right, let's see if we got some hopium for an American.
Neeb's not in the Midwest. It's in upstate New York.
Nope.
All right. We're on West server now. Shout out to Neeb for being like, we should do on West. Even though it's more of a disadvantage for Neeb. He absolutely could have gotten away with letting it be on Central.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're good now. We got everybody in here?
Yeah, I think so. For sure. This is my ping to NA West always feels worse than to EU.
Yeah, what's your ping to EU or and West?
Mine
I'm kind of interested.
Mine to West is usually fine. Steadfast was just saying that, but I'm like, I was about to say it's your Canadian internet. It's the
I mean, genuinely, it might just be like different connections.
But for me, EU's been rougher lately, but I think it could be I almost feel like it's how they're on less servers now. But it used to never be a problem for me. How is it for you from West to East?
I've honestly not a clue. I never pay attention to it. I really only notice ping if I'm on like Australia or something. So
right.
All right. Nobody here's from Australia though, right, mate? Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Moon Dance, we got ourselves a yellow Zerg player. It's Dark.
And his opponent in the bottom right, he's certainly not looking for alligators where he's from. In the red from Onside Gaming, it is Neeb. Crocodiles, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, mate, I don't think they got alligators down in Aussie land. They smell like Florida. Which, considering Neeb's from upstate New York, he'll probably retire to Florida.
Yeah, true. Exactly.
Neeb blocking the base, as you do.
Thorn had a question here. And chat, I know, don't mean to interrupt all of you on either of our sides or ignore you, but this was an important question, I guess. Did you know if Lorticus is Zerg or Protoss? I have no idea myself, Chicken Man.
Who?
Lorticus I think is the name.
Lorticus?
I've not heard of that player, I don't believe. So the answer is question mark.
Oh, Lordicus?
Lordicus.
Lordicus. Zerg.
Oh, see? Haha. Chicken Man here.
Yeah, the way you pronounced it, my brain like spelled it differently.
Yeah.
Even though like it makes perfect sense, but there was a K in there, and I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. So Lordicus lost to Sue, but Sue forfeit, so Lordicus ended up playing against Neuro. And Lordicus is Zerg.
Yeah. There we go. I was hoping. I don't think I've caught any of Neuro's games on. I was I kind of hop wherever. I kind of feel bad. I gotta like tell. Sometimes
I feel like I actually cast Neuro quite a bit in these. I was just saying that today. I was like, man, I feel like I always end up casting Neuro, because I'm looking for a match, and like Neuro's usually one match away from facing like a really good Korean player or like Nice or somebody, and I usually see him lose to a Protoss, but today I got to see him lose to Cure. So
yeah, like I mean, some days we're like really stacked, and I've had times where I'm like, oh, it's the few in the rare we got Roddy to. I'm like, oh man, we're just so stacked. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm not casting right now for viewers. We'll put it that way. I'll end up going on to stuff, but who I tend to end up getting, I was gonna say getting stuck with, but I don't really mind so much is Sal.
I do like casting Sal too.
You know,
I like hitting the streamers if I can, you know, for NA, because we always get like Neuro usually plays Sal, Juggernaut Jason, Pig's always playing before he's casting, so I like hitting them.
Yeah, it is pretty funny.
Kind of fun.
Exactly. I get Pig quite a bit actually, where nobody else will. Pig, I'm kind of like, cause whatever, but yeah, it's neat. Pig's still a
I mean, he's
player.
really good.
Yeah.
So when he's up against somebody, I really like watching him against like Golden. Is always fun because Golden's really good, but he's not like when Pig goes up against Dark. It's like, okay, it's a 2-0, right? Like, yeah. I love Pig. It's a 2-0 every time though, right? But like, up against somebody who's like pretty solid, like Golden, Pig can do really well, and you see some upsets that are kind of fun. I saw in the bracket it says Juggernaut Jason beat Gumiho today, which is insane.
That is crazy. I did not realize that. That would have been a good one to catch. Damn, I might actually have to. I gotta give him some kudos on that. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. It might have been a TVT, but it's kind of cool.
But Juggernaut Jason's been playing all the races, so he could have been.
He has been. Maybe he pulled out a Protoss. You know.
Yeah, I could.
Pulled out some Dark Shrine shenanigans. Anyways, we should probably talk about this game a little bit.
Ooh, double Oracle,
got
double
some,
Adept.
Yeah, the double Oracle, double Adept is really nice. Dark handling it really nicely. 5 drones going down, both the Adepts dying though.
But the Oracle is more importantly surviving. And on this base, Neeb is able to take that quick third base. So for how many Lings were out, I think Neeb did a great job. And then situationally, Dark couldn't, just with a Gateway and a Cyber Core and a Stalker with no battery, he was able to not only hold, but find some damage. So for our Protoss, oh my god, that's huge. Look at this.
Oh man. 6 drones going down. That Spore just a tiny bit late.
Yeah, not only 6 drones, but so much lost mining time off one whole base. That's crazy, dude.
But Dark has 35 workers.
Yeah, Neeb, that's what I'm saying. Neeb's playing the Zergtoss style of hero. And
Neeb needs to hold right now. He's got... Oh, I actually think Dark may be able to just walk across the map and win this game right now. It's a lot of queens, so it's going to take a while, but he kills it. He kills an Oracle. Neeb immediately dropping down shield batteries for days. He's got a couple of force fields.
Yeah.
But it's 47 army split of 15. Neeb needs to hold super hard right now. This is going to be really, really tough. Dark is all in. Neeb's chrono boosting 1-1. I don't think that's going to finish by the end of this game.
This is actually really cool for Dark. If anybody's going to crack a Protoss, and this is the style that's been winning for Protoss lately, and losing the core is huge because he's relying on Stalkers.
Yeah, that is brutal. He can only warp in Zealots. Now he's got a new core about halfway done because he did anticipate this. Neeb needs to channel his Showtime, though, and get that hold going. The Lings are dying pretty quickly. Nice target fire on the Ravager. But no blink on these Stalkers yet either is super painful. The super shield battery gets targeted, but it does not go down. So it is just healing for days. And these queens cannot transfuse. There's no overlord creep here or anything. These are just queens. They're just hanging out.
Yeah, they eventually they can't transfuse, so they are tanky though. So that's the one thing going for them.
Yeah, they just don't do much damage. Neep ults. That is it. GG.
Showtime or
Damn.
stats? That was very good defense.
Oh, you love to see it. I mean, I think that early game damage did really hurt Dark's build. Losing 11 drones when you're at such a low drone count already is very painful. But I mean, he was planning on moving across the map anyways. It just turned into a completely all-in situation. Strange map to choose to do that on, I feel like.
Oh,
but
sure.
I guess he was anticipating Neep being greedy and trying to take that base quickly.
I'm really surprised Neeb was able to hold that. To be honest,
Yeah, it was super dicey. The fact that he scouted the queens that early was really, really important with the oracles.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just dropped down a bunch of shield batteries, warped in a bunch of sentries and more stalkers.
Yeah,
Did what he had to do.
The timing was like what worked in his favor. If he was just slightly later on those gateways or pylons for that matter or anything, he would have just been insta dead. That was certainly well held.
Yeah, great hold in game number 1. We're hopping into game 2 now. Going to Data Seed, spawning in the lower left-hand corner. We have our yellow Zerg player for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. It is Dark.
And his opponent in the upper right, representing Onside Gaming. Give it up for our red Protoss player. It is Neeb. Yeah, this is certainly going to be a fun series. It is okay, Dark not going for a 12 pool or anything just yet, but are we going to see like a 16 pool? No, it's 17 hatch.
Yeah, but Neep's not actually blocking the hatch location, so Dark can just take this.
Yeah. And that 17 is going to delay his hatch a little bit.
Yeah, 17 hatch is interesting. I feel like it's usually 16, but I think he was expecting to have to go to the 3rd, so maybe that's why.
Yep. Yeah, you get a little saturation, but it literally just delays your hatch in any event. So, I don't know. But knowing Dark, he has, yeah, like you said, it was probably just stuff he needed to get his 3rd, but I don't know.
Well,
he's pretty cheeky.
17 hatch is technically better. You mine more with that extra drone, and the reason we don't see it, there's a couple of reasons. One, the earlier hatch means you're less likely to get blocked, right? But 2, and this is genuinely probably the biggest reason why we see 16 hatch, your queens start at the same time.
Yeah.
Which just makes everything easier for the start of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And you getting the inject or inject and creep tumor. Yeah, exactly. It's you get the more optimal saturation though. That is absolutely 100% true. It's just weird after thinking about it. That's a good point. But I don't know. With Dark,
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows with Dark? Why does Dark do things? It's just he feels it, you know. It's that star sense. His star sense tingles, and he's like 17 hatch this game, 17 hatch, and he's like, all right. I mean, he's winning championships, right?
Yeah, true.
World champion 2019. You know, he's a prolific player. We trust his star sense.
Yeah, I don't know about you though. I'm on hopium right now. Is all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I know. Listen. We all love Neeb, all right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping for a 5-game series. That's my big hope.
Absolutely.
And a Neeb victory at the end, but mostly the 5 games. All right, I'm gonna run away for a second.
Yeah. I got you. All right, so we do got that low ground creep tumor coming. More queens being made by Mr. Dark as he secures his 3rd base. Neeb getting these oracles together. First oracle on the way, and he does have his 2 adepts out. First one gonna go out for some scouting information. doubtful damage, but you know, just to confirm the third. Okay, so he's third in the forward position triangle base. He's going to scan out the spore crawler. 450 days of consecutive streams. Holy crap! I've been streaming for 450 days straight. I've had a day or two off in there, I think. 1 or 2 days. But yeah, I do have a problem. How you doing, Flood? And everybody in Chicken Man's chat, Raining Bagels, Tater Tutor, Guido Incognito. Anyway, third base going down early. It's the hero build again from Mr. Neeb. Got his Twilight Council following 2 oracles, though, not going for the 3 oracle variety. There's a little twisterino on this. And metabolic boost for our Zerg player. Going to be finishing up Dark in position for these oracles, though. He doesn't end up making the spore. He cancels. Oh, did he relocate it? You know, I was just rambling on here and totally forgot Yeah, I didn't see if the spore was relocated to the third, Chicken Man. That's pretty funny.
Oh yeah, he's got the spore and the third, the Thor and the spurred. But oracles find a little bit of damage anyways, as they do. You're right though, just the 2 oracles, kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But lots of gateways and blink coming up behind this. No +1 either. This is very interesting from Neeb. I feel like usually if I see blink, it's got +1 going at the same time.
Yeah.
But this is going to be a lot of blink stalkers.
So I'm going to call it now. He is going to end up dropping a double forge behind it. So
okay, I can see that.
He's going to have armor and weapons synchronized. Or he's going to plot twist and go surprise. Actually, no, he's got double gas. Okay, so this is way different.
I think this is all in. I think Neeb is all in right now. There's no robo, there's no forge. He's on 3 bases, but I feel like it's just going to be warping in stalkers for days. I don't know. There's no follow-up potential right now.
Yeah, the Roach Warren just finishes up, so we're just going to start seeing our Roaches, but +1's on the way, and that's going to be a bit of a problem if this all-in doesn't work. And this is just like 4 stalkers and an adept. Now we're going to see some trickle in slowly at the slow pylon. Slow warping.
Yeah, the stalkers just fighting with the queens a little bit. They don't have blink just yet, so Neeb's got to be a little bit careful. But he's going to pull back to the slow warp-ins. Drops the gateway. Yeah, this is very committed from Neeb. And Dark is just going to keep producing as many units as he can. But because all the queens are out here, there's no injects at the bases. So his larva count is actually going to be very, very low. He's also supply blocked, which is very painful right now. He's got 9 overlords on the way. Oh, no. Dark with the laser overlords right now. I don't know if that's a good investment of money. Neeb is attacking right now. And there's just not a ton of units here. Lings looked like they were going to go for a counterattack, but now they're going to hit this proxy pylon. That would be really nice to take down. But they're not in the fight, so the stalkers are just crushing it right now.
Oh my god.
And Dark doesn't have much left. I mean, he's building a few roaches at a time. Stalkers are great against roaches.
Yeah, it's a tough spot though, because Neeb is almost in a position that he can focus fire the Roach Warren.
Oh, the oracles.
Yeah, the oracle's gonna be hard. Oh no. Glial reconstitution finishes, and he should have targeted the evil.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's gonna matter. The oracle's doing a lot of damage up here. 16 drones have gone down, but Neeb's got a third base behind this. He is not all in. Dark is just trying to target down specific stalkers, but with the blink micro, it is just not enough, and Neeb goes up 2-0.
Wow. Good stuff.
Damn.
And ooh, thank you to Thorn for getting me the link to the VOD.
Which VOD is that? Oh, Jason.
Yep. Jason, I will.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
Send it to you.
I was wondering if it was like a misclick in the bracket and it was actually like a forfeit or something, but
I'll be honest.
I just didn't believe. I didn't believe that in Jason, and that's my downfall. You know.
Yeah. Oh, we got a lobby. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
we got
I
a
got
lobby.
it.
It's all right. Yeah, good shit, Juggernaut Jason. JJ crushing it.
Yeah, I want to
What a
get
guy.
the replay. Yo, Hero got back to me for the top secret. I'm going to be rubbing some shoulders of Dan Mako and Reza here and some folks. And I got some plans. I'm going to have to bug you a little bit, too.
Oh, hell yeah.
In the community for our first big humdinger tournament.
Dinger. I was just talking about. I was thinking about some tournament ideas this morning, and I think I got some good ones. I'm excited for the coming weeks and coming months to put some good events on. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be at the least picking your brain through this, even if it's. But we'll put it this way: Rainer and Hero got back to me, so
nice. Oof. We like that. We like that. That's a good start.
Yeah.
All right, game number 3 here. This is match point for our player spawning in the upper right-hand corner of Inside and Out. And he's onside in Inside and Outside? I don't know. Hopefully he's not outside because it's probably dark over there right now. It is our Red Protoss player, Neeb.
And his opponent in the lower left. Give it up for our yellow Zerg player. It is Dark. Yeah, this is crazy. Neeb is crushing it. Can Dark come back and give us a 5-game series? Can we have a 5-game series where Neeb wins?
the answer to can Dark come back is always yes. I don't care what the supplies are. I don't care what the score is. It could be a best of 69, and he could be like 0-25. And I'd be like, yeah, he could come back. Yeah,
right.
Of course he can. This is Dark. Dark actually is one of those players that I think plays better from behind a lot of times. Like, either he's going to attack you and do like an all-in, and he plays fantastically. But sometimes in a macro game, I'll be like, man, Dark's making some uncharacteristic mistakes. And then he'll fall behind, and you'll be like, well, I don't know if he can do it. And that's when he just, like, overdrive. It's like him and Rainer have that in common, I think. Where if they fall behind at all, that's when they hit overdrive. And it's like, oh, this is the best gameplay in the world. Like, what? Why'd you wait till you were behind for this one?
No, for sure. For sure. Let's, yeah, I'm just curious to see how it plays out, but Dark definitely has that. We've seen it happen quite a bit, or have seen it happen quite a bit. I completely agree, Chicken Man, but this forced third is kind of annoying for Dark to start out.
It's really interesting that Neeb didn't do that last game. And I wonder if that had something to do with his ultimate plan of the Blink Stalkers. Like, did he want Dark to take his normal natural so the creep wasn't in a certain spot? Or I don't really know. It's really interesting that last game he didn't block, but game 1, now game 3, he does block it. It makes me think that the Blink Stalker build doesn't work as well if that creep has been pushed from the 3rd at the start. But I don't know. That's just like a guess.
Now it does look, yeah, exactly. Now this looks like a little bit more of the same with the Stargate opener, but that game too, you read it, damn, quite well, Chicken Man. As it was a little more committed from Neeb, but ultimately he ended up winning the fight. It was a beautiful timing attack. But if anybody knows PvZ, it's Neeb. Let's be real here. Neeb is, oh, it's a Void Ray opener.
Ooh. I feel like this matchup was a struggle for Neeb for a little while. He was not having the best time of it, but I think more recently, Protoss has been expanding their horizons of what's possible, and Neeb has really been shining lately.
Yeah, he's really capitalizing. It's going to be Void Ray into Gate. I am going to make a weird, just pulling it right out of my ass call on this game. You ready for it?
I'm ready.
We're going to see Resonating Glaives.
Okay.
If I'm wrong...
No, that's a completely fair. Honestly, this build can go straight into Resonating Glaive, so that's a solid choice. for what might happen here. We'll have to see if that Twilight Council goes down pretty soon. But, ooh, 2 more gases getting taken. Never mind, you're wrong.
No, yeah, that's definitely not going to be resonating claims.
But it was a good guess. It was a good guess. That was certainly a possibility at the time when you said it.
I just hope he doesn't overcommit to Stargate. So with that,
Wait, hold on. That's a Twilight Council. Oh my God. If he goes Glaives, you're gonna be a god.
Because it reminds me a little bit of I have seen some players do this, and that's why I'm kind of thinking like, well, this could be Glaives because he's taking the gases because of Stargates. Could be a lot of things, but kind of like
all right.
how.
Here's what we got. Here's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Glaives into DTs.
Yep.
Okay. And then into some Phoenixes.
Yep.
That's what we got.
Kind of like a little off-brand Roddy build because he went a Void Ray instead of a couple Phoenix or like Phoenix Oracle, Phoenix like Roddy would do.
It's Blink. It's Blink. We tried. Listen.
We were on
Hopium. Yeah. Blink makes more sense. Forge going down. So this is kind of what I was expecting last game. I don't think Neeb's going to go for a big all-in Blink Stalker attack this game, but he's definitely going to want to pressure with the Blink Stalkers. Dark, though, has got +1 melee on the way, and it feels like kind of an early +1 melee. He's dropping a Bane Nest as well, so I'm wondering if he was thinking Glaives, too.
Yeah, this could be pretty good against Blink Stalker builds, though, too. At +1 Ling Bane. Sometimes we've seen the double Evo melee Carapace being pretty good too, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Ooh, look at this, the skillless wall, as I call it.
The skillless wall.
Yeah, skillless likes to do this a lot in when he's doing like the hero build, but interesting choice with the Void Opener to make things cheeky.
Ooh, Stalker's getting caught here. Blink is not done. The Oracles and Void Ray trying to help, but all the Stalkers are going to die to these Lings. Yeah. Dark in the middle of the map just absolutely catching Neeb's whole army.
Yeah, it was 4 Stalkers and an Adept falling. But
there's a lot of Lings coming out right now.
But still, there were 9 drones, 28 Lings, 2 Overlords, and a couple Creep Tumors. So not bad for Neeb, realistically.
Yeah, the 9 drones is really sick. Those Oracles have been doing work this game.
Oh, this is going to be rough, though. The +1 is going to kick in this fight.
Yeah, the Lings aren't all grouped up, though. They're kind of all around the place here. And but the Stalkers are move commanding. Oh, this is not a good start to the fight for Neeb. Baneling's going to run by into the 3rd at the same time, it looks like. But these Lings just getting right on top of those Stalkers. That +1 melee coming into play.
Ooh, do the Banes get cleaned up?
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately, no probes going down there.
Yeah, and Neeb got a read on the 4th base going down for Dark. So, like, realistically, Neeb dropping that early 4th is fantastic.
Yeah, that was a lot of investment for Dark into those Lings and Banes. If those had been drones, he'd be up at 75 by now, but he's not. He's down workers, and the 4th base for Neeb is almost done.
Absolutely. Sorry, I should mute for a second.
No worries. Oracles trying to help and defend those Stalkers as they blink backwards here. Neeb pretty much just on pure Stalker still. He does have charge finishing up. His +1 is done. Definitely going to want those charge lots and probably getting into Archon soon, I would imagine, but really no other tech. It is just Stalker Zealot. I've been seeing more of this lately. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's literally playing like a Zerg. He's going for expansions. Yeah. He saved the fact that he saved his 3rd was huge. He's putting pressure on the side, but this Warp Prism going into main, I keep going back to, is huge while this fight's ensuing.
Oh, man. With the Zealots running into the 3rd, he's trying to pull Dark in all different directions. Dark needs to get his army split appropriately, but he's not dealing with the main at all, and that is a ton of Zealots. Dark really struggling to keep up with the multitask here as Neeb hits in all of these locations at the same time. Neeb blinking back with the Stalkers. He might end up losing some of these Stalkers, but he is getting so much damage done in the rest of this map right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, more Zealots coming into the main. It looks like, if he positions, he can get the lair. He's gonna kill gases. He's gonna kill a queen. He's just letting him run amok as he takes the fight on the side, keeping the more expensive units alive is his plan, I guess, and just letting the zealots wreak havoc.
He needs to target this lair down. He will absolutely get it, but he might even get it anyways, because Dark's not going to win this fight against the zealots in the main. And the stalkers are still winning the fight down on the bottom side as well. I think Neeb's got it, guys.
Holy shit! Is this happened? Is Neeb 3? Is this going to happen? A 3-0 for Neeb?
I mean, I don't see Dark having anything to clean this up. The stalkers are winning the fight. The zealots are winning the fight. Neeb's taking a 5th base right now. He's got a Templar Archives and +2 on the way. Dark was not prepared for this attack to hit when it did. Jeez.
A 3-0 for Neeb. Let's freaking go. I mean, hey, it wasn't a 5-game series, but... USA. Yeah. Let's fucking go.
Goddamn. All right, Neeb.
Yes.
God damn.
We actually had an American win the EPT Open Cup with players like Max Pax and Dark and Gumiho and God, everybody.
I mean, this was a super stacked bracket, and Neeb just took him out, man. He took him out. Nina, Max Pax, Beyond, and Dark. That is not an easy road to get to the winner here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Damn. And that was a quick, holy crap, that was a quick one, Chicken Man.
It really was.
It's 10:40, which realistically, it's not a...
It's under 4 hours for this whole bracket, which is pretty surprising. But it was a pretty small bracket, what, 59?
Yeah, it's so funny that that's a small bracket when we think about it for
I know,
Americas.
Right? We had, what, 2 brackets yesterday that were both, like, 18 people or something?
Yeah.
And we're like, 59, that's nothing. But, like, it's a stacked bracket. Just looking at the top, like, 16 players, and you have a ton of big names. And even beyond that. Anyways, GG's. 3-0 Neeb. It's been a pleasure casting with you, Mr. Dave.
You too, Chicken Man. I'm going to smash that like button here in a minute.
Good for you. I am not going to do that. I'm going to go eat food.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We'll see. I hope you have a